What's up, YouTube? This is your girl Sage, aka Sage the Urban Witch, and I am on for a Friday live stream, you guys. Now, usually on Fridays, if you guys have been, paying attention, your girl usually don't go live on Fridays, but I got the impulse to do so, okay, to go live today, okay, and I got a good read for you guys as well, okay, and we're going to get into it, okay. So first of all, you guys, let me turn on my big screen, okay, and as you guys are coming on into the chat, okay, happy Friday, yeah, happy Friday to all of you guys out there, okay, hope that you guys are doing well, okay. I don't know what you guys got planned for the weekend, but okay, I hope that it's gonna be a blast, okay. Your girl Sage, I'm gonna have a blast as well. I'm do a little bit of work, a little bit of play, okay, and do what needs to be done and have fun while doing it, okay. Yeah. As you guys are coming into the chat now, into the tat, okay? As you guys are coming into the chat, okay, be reminded that, I may not be able to see your beautiful comments and messages, right off the bat as I'm during the read, okay? Because your girl got attention deficit, so I won't be looking at the chat all that much until after the read, okay? So after the read, I will say hi to you guys in the chat, give you guys a shout out to as many of you guys as I can, okay? So don't get offended if you feel as though, I didn't see you when you said hi, okay? I might see you, but there's a chance that I might not, okay? So that's just a caveat. That's a heads up for you, okay? Also, you guys, okay, again, welcome to my channel. I thank you guys in advance for the likes, the shares, and the subscribes, okay? Also, shout out to all of you guys who are purchasing readings from your girl, continuing to purchase readings, okay? I am all caught up, so yay. So now I'm working on the new batch, okay? The batch that just came in today, okay? So thank you guys so much. Also, thank you for those of you guys who are continuing to give me those lovely $5 donations, sometimes 10, sometimes 15. I really appreciate you guys very much. And for those of you guys who are doing that, who are leaving me the donations, okay, I want to let you guys know that each donation that I receive, okay, I write down your email address and everything, all of the information that I receive through the website as far as your your information, and I put you guys on my altar for prayer and for protection, okay? Because I want to let you guys know that, every time you guys pour into me, okay, there is a blessing that is coming towards you guys, okay? Coming towards you, coming towards your loved ones, okay? So if there's any need that you guys have, if there's something that you're waiting on, okay? If, there's something going down in terms of, what you got going on in your life and, you're waiting for, a breakthrough or something of a sort, you guys need to know that I feel as though when you guys give me donations, okay, which is very much appreciated, it's kind of like sowing a seed into your girl, okay, to give me that energy, that push to continue to do what I do. So what I do is, you guys, I put you guys on my altar, okay, so that, prayers and, protection and all of that good is sent towards you guys and towards your family and loved ones as well, okay. So I want you guys to know that, okay. So yeah, but again, thank you guys very much for the support. I appreciate it, and I don't take it, for granted, okay, that you guys trust me with your energy and you guys trust me to help you as you are navigating on your healing and spiritual journey, okay? Yeah, this is the tribe for overcomers, okay? This is the tribe that, people have counted you out, okay? And you are the underdog that has now become the top dog, okay? This is the collective right here, okay? So welcome you guys. All right, so having said that, you guys, we're going to focus on today's read. We have a pick a card here, okay? And I didn't even, really, I forgot to kind of navigate my cards and see which ones I was going to use because I got so excited, you guys, for this reading today that I said, I meditated and I, smudged the attic and, the table and everything like that. But I haven't really chosen all of the cards that I wanted to, but we just going to do it on the fly. Okay, it's all good. And let me grab these ones right here. And then as I am, doing the read, whichever pile, whichever deck that I feel led to use by spirit, That is the deck. Okay, somebody's in debt. Okay, some of y'all social media trolls are in debt right now. They just wanted to come through. Okay, yeah. So I'll pull as spirit leads me to pull. Okay, but having said that, you guys, today's pick a card read is going to be on what's the tea on your goofy ass media trolls, okay? So I got so inspired yesterday, you guys, during the live stream, and your girl had a good old time, just exercising my dark side and just letting it out, okay? And giving you guys an example of that's what you need to do as well to let people know that you're not to be fucked with, okay? So in the event of that, also being the alchemist that I am, I also transmute energy, and I transmute negative energy, and I turn it into a positive. So we're gonna piggyback off of all of that energy that I transmuted, and we turn it into a read, okay? So today's reading, you guys, is what is the tea on your goofy ass social media trolls, okay? So we have two piles here. And the first pile, for those of you guys who chose pile 1 or will choose pile 1, okay, this one is in reverse. We have Animal Guardian, Trust Your Instincts. It's in reverse, but I want to show you guys. Animal Guardians, okay, Trust Your Instincts, okay. And then for those of you guys who will choose or who have chosen pile 2, okay, we have Wise One, Grow Within Your Current Situation. Wise One, grow within your current situation. Wise One also means witch, okay, for those of you guys that didn't know, okay? All right. So let's get into, for those of you guys who chose, I'm going to move this over just a little bit so I'll have enough room on the table. For those of you guys who chose pile 1, okay, we're going to focus on just a little bit before I really get into the read, give you guys a few caveats in terms of, who are you, dear one? Who are you that these social media trolls are so obsessed with, okay? And then we're going to get into a little bit of, why they're obsessed with you, okay? Just from those of you guys who chose this card, okay? So, again, Animal Guardian, Trust Your Instincts is in reverse. So right off the bat, dear one, you guys are someone where, you have learned a lot from your mistakes, okay? So whereas before, people used to be able to pull the wool over your eyes because, perhaps you were too nice and, you just wanted to believe the good in people. You wanted to believe the good and see the good, even though everything in your spirit, everything in your heart was telling you, no, this person is bad news, no, walk away from this person. You guys are always giving people that really didn't deserve a second chance. You continue to give them second chances, okay? But you're not like that anymore, okay? Now you guys are trusting your instincts, okay? I'm also hearing from Spirit, you guys are the type of people, for those of you guys who chose group 1, you allow your intuitive abilities come through Spirit, your psychic gifts, okay? Your knowing, your gut feeling, you allow that to really lead you guys, to guide you guys. So whereas, before, you might have been, used to allowing other people to speak for you, you allowing other people to lead you to believe that they know what's best for you better than you do. Now you guys are like, no, I'm going to be my own authority. I don't need anyone on the outside of me telling me, who I am or what I can do. You guys know that you can do that for yourself, okay? So as a result, dear one, you guys are the type of person where, all of the beautiful things, all of the beautiful opportunities that are now in front of you guys on this current timeline, okay? You guys have walked into your North Node and you have walked into a lot of opportunities and blessings for yourself because you started betting on yourself and you started trusting and believing in yourself and your own intuition and what it was guiding and telling you as opposed to what other people were trying to tell you, okay? As a result, I'm hearing from Spirit, you guys' level of stability and security, your ability to gain some type of traction, some type of forward movement or progress in your life in some way, shape, or form is now upon you. Whereas before, it was taking you so long, you felt stuck. There were so many obstacles, okay? You guys would go 2 to 3 steps forward and then 4 or 5 steps back. But now, dear one, that you're trusting in yourself and your inner guidance, your higher self, spirit will never ever lead you wrong. Now you guys have learned how to trust yourself. And because of that, you guys have been making some really, really good decisions and some really good choices, and now you have some really beautiful options and opportunities that are before you, okay? So you guys have an opportunity, to get your money up. You guys have an opportunity to create something that, not only is it going to make you happy, as far as some type of emotional fulfillment I'm hearing from spirit, but it's also going to be something where, it's going to bring you guys a lot of joy and a lot of money. Okay. It's going to be very lucrative. This is going to be something that is a part of your life path, part of your purpose, and you're also going to help and serve a lot of people. So I'm seeing a lot of green in this card here. Green for go, green for money, green for security and stability. Okay. Also green for an open heart. Okay. You guys are, you're not operating in your ego. You're operating based on your heart space. So you have, a lot of people that are more likely to come towards you, and the universe is really giving you guys a lot of opportunities because they're saying, okay, collective, they got it together. Collective is on the right track. Okay. I know that, when they get this money, when they get this blessing, when they get this opportunity, they're really going to do something with it. Okay. Because their heart is in the right place. They don't want money or wealth just so that they can brag and show off. They want money and wealth because they really have a vision. They really have a plan. There's really things that they want to do with this particular thing. Okay. So I'm hearing that, because of that, dear one, you have a lot of blessing on you. You have a lot of good mojo, a lot of good energy. Okay. You guys are also the type of people where, you're ready to fly. Okay. You're ready to get out there. You're ready to do something. Okay. And, it's something about you guys being very independent. Okay. And, because of that, dear one, it's very, very difficult. It's very hard for people to try to control you, to try to force you to do something you don't want to do, to try to force you to be in family dynamics or, friendships, or even at jobs, or even with, so-called lovers and toxic relationships that you don't want to be in. Come through, spirit. Once you have seen the writing on the wall and you have discovered, and everything in your inner gut is telling you it's time to move on, or this situation has, hit its expiration date, you guys are out of there. So it's hard for people. I'm hearing there's a lot of people, dear one, they look at you and they want to clip your wings because they see you as this free bird just flying high and doing your thing and dancing to the beat of your own drums, and not having no handler, doing what you want to do, how you want to do it, and when you want to do it. Come through, spirit. Okay. People oftentimes see you guys as a golden ticket. So you guys may also have a lot of, if there's any type of strife going on in your life, if there's any type of problem, if there's any type of issue, Spirit says for those of you guys who chose pile 1, you're the type of person, dear one, where oftentimes it's not what you have done or did not do. It's because of people around you that are trying to bring drama and trouble in your life, in your way. It's from people that's trying to stop you. Most of your problems, I'm hearing from Spirit, is not coming from you or a lack of what you're doing. It's coming from people around you with their raggedy janky asses. Come through, spirit, such as these social media trolls. Okay, so that's a little bit about you, dear one. Now we're gonna get into just a little bit of who these raggedy social media trolls, these goofy, miserable ass motherfuckers, who are they, dear one? Come through, spirit. Well, first of all, dear one, I'm hearing from Spirit, for those of you guys where you may find yourself being troubled, being annoyed, being irritated by, social media trolls, that crawl on your channel, like the cyber roaches that they were born and designed to be. These are people, dear one, they're in competition with you in some way, shape, or form, okay? These are people, dear one, where, they may look at you and say, well, damn, this person is really doing things. This person is really, going places, I have an entourage, I have this, I have that, but this person is doing it, by themselves, and they're using what they got to get what they want. And it's like, wow, if I don't stop them, if I don't block them, if I don't try to, pose some type of issue or problem with this particular person, hell, they gonna pass me up. Come through, spirit. So a lot of you guys who chose group 1, Spirit says that your trolls are a combination of people, dear one, that is in some type of competition with you. Secret competition, okay? These are people, dear one, that can be in a similar niche, field, or industry as you, or someone that they know is, and it's like they're trying to, stop and block you because they don't want to see you be great. They see you as a threat. And because they have that poverty mentality, dear one, they think that it's not enough for everyone to get it. Both of y'all can't be on social media because they feel as though your star power, your light is so bright that you're gonna drown them out. Meanwhile, they on the other side of YouTube, they on the other side of Instagram. Okay, you doing your thing and they doing theirs, but because they're always goosenecking and watching what the fuck you're doing, they're always swerving off into your lane. And I'm also hearing from Spirit, Spirit is saying the majority of you guys are social media trolls. These are people, dear one, they're copycats, they claim they don't like you. They claim, you ain't got nothing going on. They claim, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're talking about. But, I can't tell because the motherfuckers are always on your channel. They always watching your shit. They're always trying to copycat and do what you do, trying to glean off you, dear one. And, then trying to go back on their raggedy ass, janky ass channels. Okay, whatever they got going on, they'll add a little bit of something. They'll take a little bit of something away, but it initially came from you. Okay, you are the originator of these persons, these trolls. You are the originator of their ideas. Okay, because they ain't got no ideas. The only thing they getting is coming over to your channel and stealing some of your shit and then trying to take it back over to their channel and claim it is theirs. Okay, so for those of you guys who chose, pile one, these people, these trolls, these miserable ass, goofy ass social media trolls, dear one, come through Spirit, they're on your channel and they're so obsessed with you because they feel as though you are a threat, okay? They feel as though, you passing them up, you making them look bad, you making them feel bad, you making them feel insecure, you making them feel as though they're not doing enough, okay? Especially considering that, in comparison to them, in comparison to you, dear one, they think that, they should be farther than you because they have, more resources. They feel as though they have more influence. They feel as though they have more clout, okay? For some of you guys, are saying, some of you guys as trolls could be in the public eye in some way, shape, or form. They could be in a similar niche field or industry as you, okay? And, they competing with you, dear one, little old you. They got more followers. They got more, they got more influence, they got more this and more that, more likes, more shares, more subscribes, but they're so threatened by you, dear one, okay? This is also, some of you trolls, some of you guys that have trolls, social media trolls, okay? Spirit is saying, they're obsessed with you, dear one, because, they're trying to clip your wings. They're obsessed with you, dear one, because they see you as very powerful, okay? And they want to hide you. They don't want to see you popped out. They don't want to see you popular. These trolls, dear one, they are taking your success very personal. And that's why they come on your channel. That's why they're trolling you. That's why they follow you all over the fucking internet, all over social media, because, they hate the fact, dear one, that, you may be a popular loner, but everybody likes you. Everybody is, feeling you, okay? You're starting to be seen, dear one. You're starting to be noticed, okay? And they don't like the fact that you're supported. They don't like the fact that people are making, lovely comments about you, supporting your work, supporting your business, supporting what you got going on, okay? They don't like the fact, dear one, that people are listening to you. You have influence. And a lot of you guys, dear one, I'm hearing from Spirit, your influence is authentic. You got certain people where, they just want to get put on. They want to be popular. And, they'll follow any type of trend. They'll follow anything, dear one, that they see the next person doing because they're like, well, I'm just going to follow their formula because, this look like this is what's working. That's just what they doing. I'm going to do it too. But, it's nothing from within that they really were, designed to do. This is not a part of their destiny. This is not a part of their calling. But, some of them, dear one, they feel as though if you doing it, they want to do it too because they's a fucking copycat and they feel as though they can get paid. They want something the easy way. They want to take the shortcut instead of the long way around like you did. So just the very thought of you guys just having support, having people show up for you, having people root for you, you the people's choice, dear one. These trolls, they hate that now. They have taken, your success, your growth, your grind, your work ethic, the fact that you keep showing up no matter what, no matter how much they troll you, you keep showing up. No matter how much they try to, smear campaign you and shit on your name, dear one, you keep showing up. Come through Spirit. No matter how much they call themselves trying to outnumber you, gang up on you, okay? I'm also hearing gang stalking, okay? I'm also hearing, these are mofos that have hired, hired haters, they've hired recruiters, they've hired flying monkeys to come against you, okay? You don't have that many enemies, okay? This is coming from one or two sources and people that they have recruited to come against you, to make it seem like they have a whole group of people against you, to make you try to, doubt yourself. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, to make you doubt yourself. Why am I not getting the support that I feel as though I should be getting? To make you doubt yourself, dear one. Wow, where did all these haters come from? I didn't do anything to these people. Why are they coming at me? It's like, they're trying to distort your reality, dear one. They're trying to distort how you feel about yourself and how you feel about what you're doing. They feel as though if they keep coming at you, you'll stop, you'll quit, you'll give up. You'll think that you don't have what it takes to do what you're doing. You'll think that you've made a mistake, okay? You'll think that, you need help, you need support. No, you don't. You're doing fine just by yourself. You are the number one. You can go the distance by yourself, okay? Come through, Spirit. This particular person, dear one, whomever they are, they a hater. This troll is a hater. This troll is because this troll, dear one, they're secretly competing with you, okay? Based on what you guys are doing. You could be in a similar niche industry or field. This person could be in the public eye. You are in the public eye. They could be on a higher level. You on your way. They're intimidated. They're threatened, okay? Is what I'm hearing from Spirit, okay? Also, dear one, I'm hearing from Spirit. One or two of you guys out there who are a part of my collective, you could have a troll that's out there trolling you guys with, a bunch of, troll ass roaches just like them, because they feel as though, dear one, they want to wear you down. They want to break your spirit. They feel as though you may be outnumbered and therefore they see you as vulnerable, okay? Again, they see you as, some type of lone wolf, or they see you as someone that, don't have that much support. And even in the midst of whatever you're doing, even if you don't have a goofy ass entourage like they do, or you don't have a social media team like they do, you don't have people that's on your payroll like they do, or whatever the case may be, dear one, you're still making strides, you're still going for it, you're still doing your thing, you're still going to get to where you're going, dear one, and they're not going to stop you, although they try. And so they hating, okay? Again, you got wings, see the wings, and they want to clip your wings. It's in reverse, but Spirit says it's a no-go, okay? Yeah, it's a no-go. So now, dear one, now here come the good part, Now here come the juicy part, okay? Because I'm about to tap into the ethers, and I'm going to find out what's the tea on these, these miserable, goofy-ass creatures here, these social media trolls, okay, that is obsessed with you guys, okay? What's going on in their personal life, y'all? What's going on, in their family life, okay? What's going on? What type of struggles, because misery love company. So, people that's happy, people that really got it going on, they mind their own motherfucking business, okay? There's only 24 hours in a day, so they ain't worried about making time, carving out time out of their day to go and fuck with somebody else, whether that person is a stranger or whether that is someone that they know or used to know, okay? People that's really about their business, people that's really getting a bag, people that's really, a boss, dear one. Let me let you know they ain't got time to be focused on nobody else in their business. So what we have here, dear one, the first message for you guys, you need to know that your trolls, your social media troll, whether it be one in particular or whether it be a group of them, a collective group of trolls, dear one, coming from the east, the west, and every which way, dear one, Spirit says the first thing you need to know about these trolls or this troll is that they's a motherfucking brokey, okay? That's the first thing you need to know. Some of them, dear one, they ain't got no job, okay? They got too much time on their hands, okay? Some of them, dear one, they're trying to make a career out of trolling you in some way, shape, or form. They're trying to come up off of you, okay? Get clout off of you. Now, they got certain social media personalities where, unfortunately, they have made money out of, being a rage baiter. They have made money off of pure hating people, whether it be a certain group or a certain gender, okay, or based on, whatever type of niche that the person is in. There have been certain people, dear one, they have made a good living. They have made a pretty pretty penny, a pretty coin, after going after people, trolling people, making that their business, making that, a part of their, social media personality, making that a part of what they do. So I'm hearing from Spirit, dear one, another thing about you all's trolls, before I even get into the cards, come through Spirit, we in the ethers now. Another thing that I'm hearing from Spirit about you guys as trolls or social media trolls is that, they trying to be a star. They trying to get come up off of bringing you down, okay? They trying to create some buzz around them, something that's, drama, sensationalism, it is giving, like celebrity, celebrity bashing, it is giving like, the podcast shows where, they bash people, talk about people, and it's like they try to turn your life into a goddamn reality show or Truman show, but, it's going live, and then they want to collect the super chats, okay? And I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna bring this girl down. They get off on doxing people. They get off on stalking and following people online and offline. It's like they try to wear people down. They really do want. They try to make a living out of trying to get people to off themselves. Is what I'm hearing from Spirit. These people are very janky. These trolls here, they're very janky and very diabolical. So these could be the type of trolls, dear ones, that you guys are dealing with, okay? So number one, we know they broke. They got too much time on their hands, okay? They could, be a felon or have some type of criminal record or something going on, dear one, where they can't get a regular 9-to-5 job, or they too goddamn goofy and stupid to create a job. But, they think they have enough wit, and they think they have enough, marketability, and they think they have enough gift of gab, dear one, to come online and try to make a lucrative career off of trying to, hunt you guys, stalk you guys, dox you guys, troll you guys, get you guys to, off yourself, if you understand what I'm saying, get you guys to, get off your channel, troll you off your channel, suppress your channel, okay? This is, the type of jankies that you guys are dealing with, dear one, okay? They're miserable, they broke, they got too much time on their hands, they unemployed, and they're wicked, and they're trying to use you as, a come up. They're trying to, turn, bullying you, dear one, into a career, into a Instagram career, a YouTube career, a tiki-taki career, okay? This is how they're trying to use their time, dear one, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. It's going to backfire, okay? Trust and believe. The next card, come through Spirit. The next card we have, you guys, is hunger. Yeah, the thing with some of these trolls that you guys are dealing with, Spirit says, again, they're destitute. They're in poverty. They're in lack, dear one. They ain't got two nickels to rub together to make a dime, okay? Yeah, this person, again, I'm hearing underemployed, unemployed, unemployable. Nobody will hire them, okay? Nobody will give them a chance. There is no way for them to, quote unquote, legally make an honest living, okay? So they have resorted to, trying to make a living online, by being janky. This person, this troll of yours, dear one, whether it's one person or whether it's a group of them, I'm hearing criminal record, I'm hearing felony. That's one of the reasons why they can't get a real job or why they can't create a business. No one would trust this person with their money. No one would trust this person with their personal information because they're criminal, okay? Yeah, and so in the meantime, in between time, they're hungry. They're trying to figure out, how to get their bills paid. They're trying to figure out, how to keep the lights on. Also, dear one, this is the type of person I'm hearing love fraud, love scam, okay? This troll that is fucking with you guys on your social media, come through Spirit, the energy that they are exuding is that, that there's something like a parasite. They have never really made a way for themselves. They have never really been, financially stable. Everything that they got, somebody gave it to them, or they were, leeching off of someone. They were leeching off of a family member, or they were leeching off of their baby mama or their baby father, or still their own goddamn mama or father or their grandma or their pawpaw, okay? But this person, dear one, the energy that is giving here under hunger, yeah, they don't know how to make it on their own. So this troll, dear one, they're very, very codependent. They need someone to latch on to. This person gets into friendships, they get into relationships or relationships only as a transaction. You know, it's only a business transaction. It's only for them to have a, you know, a roof over their head, to have, you know, I'm hearing three hops and a cot. You know, they want to get up under a roof with someone that's, you know, they feel is gullible, naive, green, aka an empath, compassionate, a healer. You know, someone that, you know, they wouldn't see a person like this coming. This person is a narcissist. They are a serious, you know, love bomber. But again, all of their friendships, all of their relationships that they seek and get into, it's like they hunt people, they target people because they need to be taken care of, okay? They need to rely on someone as a crutch, okay? Because they can't make it there on their own, you know? They can't have a house, you know, on their own, an apartment on their own, in their own name, paying their own bills, okay? Their own utilities. You know, the shit that grown folks do, you know? Those of us who on that grown man or grown woman shit, they don't know how to do that, okay? They've been stunted. They were emotionally stunted at birth. They emotionally stunted now. And again, all of their relationships are quid pro quo. What can you do for me? If you do for me, I'll do this. If you do for me, I'll do that. Okay. So this person is hungry. And you know, hungry people are, you know, thirsty people. You know, hungry people are dangerous, treacherous people. You know, hungry people will stab you in your back just to get a come up. Hungry people will just use you just to, you know, have a place to stay. Okay, to get some type of perceived clout off of you, dear one. This is this particular troll that you guys deal with, that, you know, they come into your they come on your social media, you know, these goofy ass motherfuckers. This is their energy. This is what they got going on. They got too much time on their hands, you know, and they're nervous, you know, they're pacing. You know, they're always trying to, you know, conjure up some type of get rich quick scheme, you know, and it's always low vibrational. It's never nothing like, okay, a get rich quick scheme, you know, let me take my ass to Indeed.com online instead of, you know, using, you know, my phone or using my laptop to troll motherfuckers. Let me look online and see if they got anything I could do to make me some money, to make an honest living. Okay. Let me try to create a business. You know, I've always been good with my hands. You know, I could repair shit. Hell, maybe I could see if I could be the neighborhood carpenter, the neighborhood painter, the neighborhood plumber, you know, I don't know, you know, the neighborhood, you know, lawn service or some shit, you know, instead of them trying to use the basic type of skills that they may have with their raggedy janky ass. Nah, they don't want to do that. You know, they want to scheme, you know, I'm also hearing insurance scam, insurance fraud, love fraud. You know, they look at relationships as a come up. You know, before it's all said and done, dear one, if this scammer, if this troll here that's constantly lurking online for their latest victim, and now they see something in you that, you know, you've caught their eye in some way, shape, or form. So collective, for those of you guys who chose Power One, you obviously making some type of money now. You obviously online, you got some type of business or something going on. You selling merch, okay? You selling hair, you doing nails, you doing tattoos or something of the sort. You're making money some type of way. So this person, dear one, they see you as an easy lick. Now, they almost see you as, you know, their only option. So I'm really getting this energy of thirst, of desperation. This is a pick me here, okay? This is someone, dear one, you know, they will, you know, lurk and try to conjure up plans and devise schemes all motherfucking day and night, all day long, okay? They stay stuck on the whole situation. You know, it's like they're obsessed, okay? It's like they have a compulsive need to try to, you know, something about you, make you their golden meal ticket, make you their golden goose. That's this person, dear one. Come through, spirit. That's this social media troll that is trolling you guys on your accounts, okay? Whether you're on Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, okay? Whatever the case may be. I also just heard even Reddit, okay? Even X, okay? Formerly known as Twitter, okay? Yeah. And then the next card we have, you guys, is reflection. Reflection. This particular person, dear one, this troll, this is someone, dear one, they don't know how to self-reflect. They don't know how to, learn from their mistakes. This person will do the same thing. They'll make the same mistakes. They'll find themselves in the same traps. They'll do the same dumbass shit that keeps them broke, that keeps them lonely, that keeps them angry and miserable, okay? That keeps them being a predator, that keeps them being a goddamn pick-me. They'll do the same thing over and over, dear one, because they don't have any type of self-reflection. Spirit says, dear one, this social media troll, this is also someone, dear one, they suffer from a lot of trauma. As I even look at this card, Spirit told me to turn it this way. And as I turn it this way, it looks like a person wearing, or it could be a pair of sunglasses, okay? Spirit saying this person is soulless, okay? It's like they're always trying to hide something. They're always up to something. This person is very sneaky. They're not honest, okay? It's like, they're like a sociopath. They don't have any type of emotions. They don't have any type of feelings. And they're constantly trying to project, their feelings of misery, okay, onto other people. This person can, they can be an alcoholic, and they'll swear up and down, dear one, you're an alcoholic. You drink too much. I saw you, my friend saw you at the liquor store. We saw you doing this. We saw that bottle of rum, when you live stream, we saw that be on the table. You keep saying you don't drink. You're a liar. You're an alcoholic. And all of this fussing, all of this rah-rah that this person is doing, trying to smear your name, trying to confuse your supporters and people that love you, okay? Trying to turn people away from your business, trying to spin some narrative. All of this, dear one, is projection. This is what this person is, but they have no self-reflection. If they are an alcoholic, dear one, they gonna go out of their way to rally day and night to get people to, that they recruit. They're hired haters, they're hired trolls, dear one. They gonna all have the same storyline that you are an alcoholic. If this person abuses children, they gonna accuse you of abusing children, okay? If this person is a thief, okay, and they do identity scams and all of this and all of that, they gonna lie up and down and say that you do that. They gonna claim they got proof that you did that. They gonna try to, get the police involved, saying that you did that to, smear your name, to, fuck up your business, to, get you into all types of legal problems, legal issues. Because this person, dear one, you guys are dealing with some type of troll here, where they think that it's part of their mission in life, that they're going to make money off of bringing you down, okay? They're going to make money off of, spinning the narrative and getting people to hate you because they hate the fact, dear one, that you're loved, that you're supported. See, whoever this troll is, dear one, they feel as though their life is over. Like they've made mistakes in their life, they're not going to get their youth back. They're not going to get opportunities back, they're not going to get another fair chance. Some of them, they got a criminal record that's a mile off. So, ain't nobody going to hire them, ain't nobody going to give them a chance. Ain't nobody going to give them a home, an apartment in their own name, okay? This person, whoever this troll is, dear one, they don't even have fucking utilities in their own name. This is somebody else's name. Okay, I'm also hearing uncle. It could be an uncle's name. It could be in a brother or sister's name. Okay, a family member. And, this person is a burden unto their family. So, this person has family members that they can't stand whoever this mofo is, and they don't care whoever this troll is that's trolling somebody else because they feel as though, well, hell, thank God it ain't me because I'm tired of this motherfucker. They done found another target so I can get a little bit of peace. So whoever this troll is, dear one, they whole fucking family is raggedy and janky. They whole family don't have no type of accountability. They will allow this person to do all types of shit, criminal shit, end up in jail. They'll bail them out, end up doing this, end up, needing to have some type of intervention to, go to rehab, they'll send them there. But then when he come back or when she come back, they just as worse coming out as they were coming in. But, they'll do it just to get a little bit of peace. Like, damn, oh, he going to jail? Okay, let's let him stay there for 2 weeks and then we'll bail him out after. Okay, that'd be 2 weeks of peace. Okay. Oh, well, he did this, he did that. Okay. Oh, he dealing with that girl, he dealing with that guy. Okay, they don't know what they in for, but we're not gonna drop no hints. We're not gonna help him out. We're not gonna say, hey, this is my son, he batshit crazy, you better stay away. This is my brother, this is my sister, this is my baby mother, baby father. No, they gonna let you fall into that trap, fall into that hole, because at the back of their head with their janky asses, they saying, oh my God, okay, well, I feel sorry for this girl that's, getting hooked up with my son, or, my brother, my cousin, my baby father, my baby mother. But damn, maybe I'll get a break for shit, at least 2 months, or, at least a year if I'm lucky. I'll get some peace, so damn good. Now the problem is hers, or the problem is his instead of mine. So whoever this troll is, dear one, this is a janky motherfucker that have a janky family, okay? They all are a problem. They all are a burden. And, none of them can take accountability and to really look into their own lives and see what they're doing wrong so that they can stop their behavior. Come through spirit with that confirmation. We know it to be true. And to, make a change and to turn their life around, okay? I'm hearing sickness. I'm hearing dysfunction. Okay. I'm hearing trauma. This social media troll, dear one, they have a habit. They have a history of trauma dumping on everyone that they've ever been with. Okay. And now in some way, shape or form, dear one, it's like you some type of shiny thing that they just want to destroy, where they hate the fact that, according to, them and in comparison to them, you got more options come through spirit than they do. You got more opportunities to make money than they do. You might be seen more, given more attention, you have more influence, you have more people liking you and supporting you than they do. And this is causing them to want to come at you, want to charge at you. This person, this motherfucker is ill, okay? Come through spirit. This is your troll, dear one. This is the energy, okay? This is what's going on behind the scenes. This is the tea on these trolls. This is why they so goddamn miserable and why they're so obsessed with you, dear one. Let's get some more tea. Yeah. Come through spirit. And then we have the message rejection. First of all, dear one, I just heard rejection is your protection, okay? This person, dear one, they have a habit of, throughout their whatever they call dating, whatever they call their goddamn mating game, because this is a fucking weirdo here, okay? Their whole agenda, part of that is going to have something to do with rejection. They want to make you feel rejected, tossed to the side, ugly, unattractive, unimportant, insignificant. They want you to feel all of the feels that they feel currently and all of the feels that they grew up feeling. So, rejection is a part of their game. Now, this person could, they could be obsessed with your ass, but they'll try to put up this front and do things to make you feel bad. They'll try to abuse you physically, verbally, emotionally. If it's just online, verbally, emotionally, things of that nature. They could be doing janky juju, so they could be trying to abuse you spiritually as well, okay? But it's all about rejection. They want you to feel like nobody loves you, nobody cares. They can get away with the raggedy shit that they doing. Ain't nobody gonna check them. They raggedy family ain't gonna check them. If they with somebody in a relationship, that person ain't gonna check them, because hell, that person want to break. They tired of their ass, so they glad that this person got their eye on you, that you the target. They feel like they can get a little breather for a little while, so they don't mind sharing the misery, which is this motherfucker that's a social media troll, okay? This is coming through, y'all, okay? So rejection is the name of the game. They want you to feel like they currently feel rejected. And for those of you guys, dear one, come through spirit, this particular social media troll, this is someone, dear one, that you come through now. I'm in the ethers, y'all. I'm in your business. Holla at your girl, okay? For those of you guys who chose group one, this particular troll, dear one, this is someone that you have rejected. You have told this person no. You have walked away, okay? You have said enough is enough. You have said, God damn, what was I thinking? Was I under a spell, okay? Because for some of y'all, this energy that I'm tapping into, this social media troll, this is someone that you guys know. You have seen this person face to face. Some of you guys, you have interacted with this person, or you have tried to befriend or befriended this person. Some of you guys, you may have been intimate with this person. I want you to know, a lot of you guys, this person, y'all ain't got nothing in common. And you need to ask yourself, how in the hell did you get caught up with this particular person that turned out to be a goddamn social media troll and a pain in your ass? Some of you guys, I'm gonna have to tell it to you straight now. This motherfucker put a spell on you. This mofo put the janky juju on you. You were under a spell, honey. You were binded, okay? Yeah, somebody put roots on you. So this is giving someone where, this person could be a closet witch or a closet warlock. You yourself could be, down with the shit, okay? You could be in the craft in some way, shape, or form. You might have a social media where you're doing that. You could get paid doing that. You could have a business doing that. Or, it's a part of your bloodline. You were born into it, not sworn into it. So you know what to do when it needs to be done. But perhaps, you may have another type of, social media. You might be known for something else outside of, doing spell work, witch work, okay? Maybe you could just be, a lifestyle vlogger. I'm vlogging my family. I'm vlogging me doing, renovations on my home and, decorating. I'm vlogging myself going to the thrift store. It could be something like that. But whatever it is, dear one, you're dealing with someone that has become a bona fide troll because you have rejected him or her. And this person, dear one, they don't know how to handle rejection. It's like, their wires get all crossed, okay? This person is very psychopathic, okay? This troll here. And it's like, they got that energy of like the Terminator. You see how this says X right here? It's like X marks the spot. This person, once they set their eyes on you, dear one, this person gonna have to go blind in order for them to stop looking at you. This person gonna have to, that coffin, what that coffin look like, and have a cross on top of it. That plot of dirt that people gonna have to dig up and put that motherfucker in it. This gonna have to happen to this person, this troll, dear one, in order for them to leave alone, because it's like they have this spirit on them. They have this low vibrational entity on them. It's like a spirit of obsession. It's like a spirit that, have you guys, okay, I know a lot of you guys that watch tarot, I have a vision in my spirit of the devil card, where it's, the devil at the top, like the puppet master, and it's a couple on the bottom and they're chained up. It's like this person, dear one, they have consorted, they have conjured with some type of, principality, some, entity, that's got a hold of them, something that they may have, sacrificed something to. They could have sacrificed a chicken, a bird, a dog, a rat, a rabbit, a whatever. And now it's like this person has some type of entity attachment. This is like a principality attachment to this person. And it's like they want to have you locked up, hemmed up, binded up with them, okay? And they're obsessed, dear one. 8 billion plus people in the world, and this person, 444, as I come through spirit, as I'm looking at my timer here, 8 billion people in the world, dear one, and they can't see nobody but you. I'm hearing it's you or nobody. I'm hearing, if I can't have you, nobody else can. This person is a weirdo here, okay? And they're very dangerous, okay, dear one? So for that particular stream that I picked up on, this troll here, for those of you guys who chose Power 1, this is somebody that you know. And you said, hell no, leave me alone. You rejected this person. And in some way, shape, or form, they got embarrassed. Their ego got bruised. Whatever they had going on, good luck, good mojo, prosperity. I don't know. You helping them out. You giving them money. You doing work for them. You being a good look for them. Something, dear one, that you represented, okay? When you left and you took your good mojo with you, you took your love with you. Yeah, you took your sexual energy with you. You took something with you, dear. And when you left, dear one, this person's life began to spiral out of control. And now they feel entitled to you. They feel as though they have to punish you because all of the wrong things that's going on in their life behind the scenes, even though they're putting up a big front online, because, they got to report all the time as your number one troll and your number one social media hater, okay? They're going to make it look like they still got it going on. They're going to make it look like, they on the top, you on the bottom. They got you in some type of chokehold. But behind the scenes, dear one, is nothing like that. This person is broke as a joke. They tore up from the motherfucking blow up. Come through spirit, okay? And they feel rejected and they want you to feel like how they feel. And they're obsessed, dear one. They're obsessed with making an example out of you. They're obsessed with trying to, I'm hearing, punish you. I'm literally hearing, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, bitch. I'm gonna get you. Sit your raggedy, janky ass down. You're weird, okay? Take your meds, nigga. You 50 shades of fucked up. Straight up and down. Okay, that's this person, dear one. This is your social media troll that show up all the time, rain, sleet, snow, night or day. It don't matter if you get on your social media and post. You can post in the witching hour, 3, 4, 5 o'clock. They will be there. They will set a timer. They will constantly get up. They have an obsession. It's a compulsion with you. They'll get up and refresh their phone. They'll get up and refresh their tablet or whatever they're looking at, dear one, to see what you have posted. Okay. You guys are wondering sometimes, when you go live at certain times or when you post a video and you is already a like before or a thumbs down before, or flagged or false reporting before the damn video that even came out, or 15 minutes into the live, you're like, well, goddamn, who is this? So who is this always showing up in my comment section talking this stupid ass shit? It's this person, dear one. They are obsessed with you. They are truly, truly obsessed, okay? I'm going to pull some more cards, you guys, okay? Let's get into their business, dear one, with their raggedy ass. See, this is why they do what they do. They're obsessed. They have a compulsion. They're obsessed with you, dear one. They're obsessed with bringing you down. They're obsessed with being in your life, and they don't care if, it's, as a nuisance, as a problem, okay? Long as they in your life in some way, shape, or form. As long as they making you think that, you're looking at your life as like that devil card where, you got the principality, the evil force at the top, and then on the bottom is you and him, or you and her. Same sex or opposite sex, it all applies. As long as they feel, dear one, that they got you binded up in some way, shape, or form, even if it's just mentally, even if it's just you thinking about that motherfucker, or spiritually, or physically, or, via online, they happy because they just cannot, they can't let you go. Okay, that's this person. They're so miserable. But it's like, they have been taken over by a dark force, dear one. This person has a reprobate mind. And I'm telling you, some of them, they're going to have to be toe tagged, okay? They're going to have their mama buy that black dress, okay? Before, they let you go. Because something going on with the mental there. They're not all there, dear one, okay? Is what I'm hearing from spirit. Okay, let's get more into thank you, Spirit. This person has a mental illness too on top of that. In addition to being spiritually, fucked up, they're mentally fucked up, okay? I'm hearing bipolar, paranoid schizophrenia, OCD, come through, Spirit, obsessive compulsive disorder, borderline personality disorder. They go from 0 to 100. It's paranoid schizophrenia, they find one day laughing 1 minute, then the next minute they cursing you out. Or they find, they got 15, 20 different social media accounts, all troll accounts. On one account, they can have one name, Roger456X. And Roger456X, he's singing your praises, collective. Oh, I love what you're doing. Oh, that's nice. Oh, you get down, queen. Oh, you get down, girl. You get down, bro. I like what you're doing. And then 10 minutes later, they'll log off that account and log on to another account. And now they call you everything but a child of God. You dumb bitch. You broke bitch. You don't know what you're doing. You ain't nobody gonna buy that. Ain't nobody listening to you. That's wrong. What you said was wrong. Weird. They're bipolar. They go back and forth and back and forth. And they got all of these goddamn multiple personalities. And it depends on, how they feeling at the time, or what it was that you said, or what you showed on your social media, or what you did, or how well you're doing. And they're lurking and keeping tabs on you. It depends on how they feel, dear one, whether they want to choose, a personality and a social media troll account that's going to sing your praises or flirt with you, or, do whatever. They might even send you a super chat. They might even, send you a customer or be a customer. That's one of their personalities. And then the next day, or before the sun goes down, they done logged into another troll account and they cussing you out, or, they stealing your shit, or they done false reported you, or they done sent a legion of roaches to your channel. It just depends on, which way the wind blow. This person is ill, dear one. This is what you're dealing with now. For those of you guys who chose pile 1, this is the type of social media troll with a miserable ass. This is what you're dealing with, okay? And then the next message, dear one, this one was in reverse, okay? But it says, you owe me. You owe me. Ain't this about a bitch, okay? So, the energy coming through here, dear one, is that you guys, you have a goofy social media troll, dear one. And, depending on what you're doing, okay, depending on, what type of business you have, what type of merch you sell, what type of products and services or that, whatever it is, this person, dear one, they have this motivating force that in the deep recesses of their mind, they think, dear one, that in some way, shape, or form, you owe them. You owe them something based on what you got, okay? They want to, take credit for something that you're doing, okay? They want to take credit for who you are, what you look like, where you've come from, your story, your talents, gifts, and skills, your channel, the people that support you, your clients and customers. They feel like, now it's in reverse because, this is subconscious. This is what is driving them. This is what's driving them to, not stop, to not leave you alone, because the motivation factor, dear one, at the end of the day, they feel as though you owe them something and they're not going to stop until they get it. Now, in their own weird ass mind, they don't even know what you owe them. What do you owe them? You owe them your love, your attention. You owe them making it so that they win and you lose. They just want you to give up. They just want you to throw in the towel. They just want you to be invisible. They just want you to stop loving yourself and stop being around people that love you. They don't want you to have no support system, especially online. It's something about what you're doing online, dear one. You're triggering this person. Could it be that, you got more of a following than they do? Can it be, dear one, that since you left this person, they ain't been able to get nothing off the ground. Now this person is a loser now. So whatever type of clout, whatever type of success that you're getting since you left this person, they feel as though, part of your success belongs to them. You owe them. So you owe them some money. You owe them some attention. You owe them some this, some of that. This person, I say they weird now. Come through spirit. They're weird. Okay. This is who you guys are dealing with. Okay. Trigger warning, I'm also hearing fatal attraction, okay? Yeah, this could be like some goddamn bunny boiler. Bunny boiler, okay? Yeah, this person, they got some issues, okay? They got some issues. All right, let's see what else is going on with this person, this social media troll here, dear one. That's too many. I saw a lot of interesting cards, though. One of them, it said ritual sacrifice. They might be trying to sacrifice your ass. And then look at spirit. He wanted me to continue on that note. We got rituals here, y'all. Rituals, yeah. So I'm hearing from spirit, dear one, right off the bat. This is someone, dear one, they are a product of getting rituals done on them, okay? I'm hearing mind control. I'm hearing cults. They grew up in a cult, okay? I'm hearing, the type of lifestyle that this person has lived, dear one. They have been around some strange things, and now it's to the point where they feel it's normal. So they just carry out this weirdness, okay? And they normalize it, okay? And it's like, when it comes to ritual, spirit is saying, you guys are dealing with a troll. They're very adept at what they do. Again, I'm hearing this person is some type of secret dark witch or secret dark warlock, okay? They may come from a family like that. Like, this person, they could, wear that mask of being religious, but their culture, or they could be, African, and, Africans, my African brothers and sisters, part of their culture is to know about their goddamn work, okay? Yeah, they could be Jamaican and, West Indian, and part of, that culture, they know about that motherfucking work, okay? They grew up seeing it. They grew up doing it. It's a part of their culture. So for those of you guys come through spirit who chose, pile one, some of you guys, you're dealing with a social media troll, and it's part of their background, part of their culture, part of their ethnicity, part of their upbringing, their belief system. Even if they don't, shout it to the world, even if they try to hide it, even if they try to cloak it, this person, they know about them goddamn rituals, okay? They know about it. They see them. They do them. They're currently doing them now, okay? Yeah, this person is trying to bind you. This person is trying to block you, okay? This person is trying to stop your money, trying to stop your forward movement. Again, I keep seeing the devil card where, you're attached and chained to this person here. This is what they want, okay? And they do rituals, dear one, to try to make it so, okay? They do rituals. Yeah, that's this person. They're miserable. Ooh, come through spirit. I just saw the vision of someone, dear one. They might have a picture of you. They could have gotten a screenshot from your social media. And they have some type of altar, got your pictures on it. They may have candles on the altar. This could be somebody's bedroom dresser, but they turned it into an altar with pictures of you, dear one, in some way, shape, or form. This person, if you have been up and close and personal in some type of friendship or relationship with this person, they have some type of personal object of yours. They, you could have left a pair of gym shoes over their house one time, or, you may have said, damn, I haven't seen such and such in a long time. I cleaned up, I've been looking for this thing. You know why you can't find it? Because this motherfucker took it, and, he uses that in his or her rituals as a point of contact, okay? They'll take a shoe, they'll take a shirt, they'll take a pair of panties, a bra, a toothbrush, a bobby pin, lipstick, hair products, okay? They'll take something. They'll take a stick of cocoa butter. It don't matter what it is, as long as they have a point of contact. And for some of you guys, I'm hearing from Spirit, some time ago, you may have been thinking to yourself, I done cleaned up, I done searched top to bottom. I can't find this such and such that I've been looking for. You know why you can't find it? Because, this social media troll here that is very adept at doing rituals, I said, they took that, they got that as a point of contact to make contact with you in some way, shape, or form, energetically, spiritually, in the dream state, in the dream realm, and even online, okay? Because, online, the internet, the World Wide Web interconnection, the internet is, it has an astral component to it as well. It is a world in and of itself, okay? I ain't got time to get into it now. If you know, you know. This person, dear one, for those of you guys who chose a pile one, this motherfucker be doing rituals on you, okay? Yeah. They could be doing them at the same time when they're watching your videos in the background. Or say, for example, you are a creator, an artsy-fartsy person. You sing, you rap, you do whatever. They'll be playing your music to hear your voice in the background while they're doing a ritual. While they're whacking off, while they're rubbing off, and combine that with, an object that they stole from you as a point of contact. They're using that to bind you as a binding spell, okay? They're doing rituals, okay? This is why you're like, well, damn, this is a situation here with this particular troll. I know who they are, Sage, and they just won't leave me the fuck alone. And, it's like, I try to forget about this person. I do work. I do cord cuttings. I do this. I do that. And then, as soon as I cut the cord, I have a dream about this mofo. As soon as I cut the cord, I wake up with scratches and marks on my body. As soon as I cut the cord, I find out that this person done stole some more of my shit. They done stole some more of my videos. They've still been trying to, impersonate me. They still been to, ruin my business name. They still been trying to do this or do that. They didn't copy my avatar, and they didn't went on, a tiki-taki trying to pretend to be me. That ain't me. They trying to be me now. Okay. I say they're weird. They do rituals. This is all a part of their ritual work, okay? To keep a bond to you, to keep you binded to them in some way, shape, or form, okay? This person is miserable. This person is also a victim of rituals, okay? They may have had parents or family members that have done rituals over them, okay? Again, as a part of their culture, okay? Yeah, they could have, they're used to rituals. They've had some type of, diabolical things happen to them, some type of traumas. This was a part of, rituals. They're used to that. And what this person does, they have turned their trauma into fetishes. They have turned their trauma into kinks. So say, for example, this person, trigger warning, say, for example, if this person was molested, by, a family member that was the same sex or something of the sort, then this person, they're on the down low. They're bisexual. They're bent, okay? And, they could be the type of person where they talk all types of shit about the rainbow community, claiming that they hate them, can't stand them, this and that. Meanwhile, they're one of them, okay? They're in the closet, okay? But, if they're in a relationship, or if they've ever been in a relationship with you, dear one, because, this is a part of their rituals, this is a part of their trauma, they'll try to get you to have, they'll try to get you to have, like, rainbow sex with them. I'm trying to keep it PG-18. So, there are certain things that people in the rainbow community, certain things that they do, how they touch each other, what they got to do to, have pleasure. If it's two men, it's something that they do now. So if you're a woman and you're with this person, he could have a fetish or a kink that reminds him of that time that he was molested or taken advantage of. And, maybe it happened so much that he began to like it. And now he wants you to do that same thing to him, what his former predators and, ritual people have done to him. And so you might be like, damn, Sage, that makes sense because, before I knew this person was, 50 shades of fucked up, before I knew how crazy they was, they used to be asking me to do some weird shit. Some of it I just couldn't do. I just couldn't get down like that. And some of it I tried it and I regretted it because it was so gross. I like to have thrown up. I almost throwed up. Okay? Yeah, they like that kinky, weird, taboo shit because this is a part of their background, the rituals. And if you did it with this person one time, dear one, I want you to know they think that you owe them. You owe them to continue to be with them. You owe them to continue to have a relationship with them. And they don't care how you feel about it because they're obsessed, okay? That's this person, okay? Is what I'm hearing from Spirit. Very, very diabolical, okay? I'm going to give you guys some more cards, okay? Maybe just a couple more. And then I'm going to move on to pile 2, okay? We're tapping into the T on your goofy social media trolls, dear one, okay? What they got going on, all right? Why they won't leave you alone? Why they always trolling you in your social media, They just keep on doing stuff over and over and over. They just won't leave you alone, okay? Yeah, because they got issues. And they feel like you owe them. Okay, and then come through Spirit. We have wishful thinking, second chance, deja vu, nostalgia. You got a social media troll, dear one. Okay, for most of you guys, it appears as though in some way, shape, or form, you know this person. You have had some type of offline in real life contact with this person, and now they have just gone crazy. So whether this could have been a friend or whether this could have been a lover, okay. Yeah, they didn't want that to come out. Friend or lover pops out. Friend or lover is popping out. Thank you, Spirit. And yeah, we rebuke the bitches. Fall back because the message will get out. Okay? But we have wishful thinking, second chance, deja vu, nostalgia. As part of this person's ritual of trolling you every day, making you a part of their weird, miserable world, okay? Trying to lure you into, a world of drama, a world of stress and chaos. This is a part of their ritual. And, they're hoping, dear one, in their own delusional mind that, they can, bully you enough. They can harass you enough for you to give them another chance, for you to, give them a second chance, okay? This person, dear one, this troll, whoever they are, they're having, deja vu, nostalgia about the good old days. The good old days of, you not knowing that they was a wolf in sheep's clothing. The good old days of, you being naive and not being, aware of, the hell that you would have to deal with just from saying hi to this person, just from, meeting this person, just from giving this person a chance, going out on a date, going to dinner, hanging out, Netflixing and chilling with this person, accepting this person's friend request, okay? Whatever the case may be, that first initial contact, this person wants to go back to the good old days when, he or she pulled the wool over your eyes and you had no clue of how diabolical and wicked that they truly are and that they would continue to try to be a pain in your ass, okay? Yeah, they have wishful thinking now. This is why they do what they do. There is an impulse. It's an obsession. They can't help it. It's a compulsion. They feel like the more and more they do it, I'm going to keep trolling you. I'm going to keep bothering you. I'm going to keep trying to ruin your business, smear your name. I'm going to keep trying to, get you to shadow ban. I'm going to keep trying to report your channel. I want you off social media. I want you invisible. I don't want you to have no friends, nobody to love you. I want to turn everybody against you. And then I still won't be happy because my whole agenda of doing that is that I want you to come back to me, bitch. I got to remove everything from you, everything that reminds you of love, support, peace, independence, freedom, in order to get you back. So it's like a ritual to try to break you down. It's a ritual to strip everything that you got because they feel as though, well, you think that you all that because you got a job, you got a business, you got support, you got family. But bitch, if I strip all of that from you, and I'm going to do it, I'm going to try, I'm going to take my last breath trying to do it, ho. Pretty soon I won't look so bad. I'll start to look good. I'll start to look like an option because right now, with you having, a lot of things going on in your life, I'm not an option because you know that you can do better. But, if I take everything away from you, then, you're going to start looking at me differently. And this is what I want. I want a second chance, okay? This person is weird, okay? I don't like the energy. The energy is very, very vile, okay? All right. So, dear one, in a nutshell, Spirit says, I don't even have to pull no more cards on this one. Spirit says, in a nutshell, dear one, this is the type of energy, this is the type of social media troll that you're dealing with. Someone that has the energy of a Terminator. Like they won't stop. They just want to continue to come at you. They want to continue to bug you because you rejected him or her, okay? They just want to be in your life in some way, shape, or form. They don't care if they have to be in your life in order to be a hater or a goddamn bugaboo. They feel as though some connection is better than no connection, okay? This is someone, dear one, they feel at the end of the day that you owe them something, and they're gonna get it, even if they feel as though you owe them peace. You were a peace, some type of soothing to this person that's very, very mentally ill. You were some type of soothing to this person. Like this person, they thought of you like, a teddy bear. You know how a child, when they rocking themselves back and forth when they dealing with trauma, or they crying and they trying to stop crying, and it's like that teddy bear that they rock with. The more they keep rocking, it's like a compulsion. Sooner or later, they'll calm down. They'll stop screaming. They'll stop crying. They'll stop, sniffling and this and that. And then, they'll just even kill. It's like this person, dear one, it's like, it's like they want to use you like you are their pacifier, or you're that drug, you're that hit, dear one, where you kind of evened out and leveled off their crazy. Okay. You kind of leveled off or balanced their nervous system there. And when you left, dear one, they just began to spiral. So they literally feel like, you owe them you. Because when they were with you, they had peace. They feel as though they had a life. They feel as though they had a future. They had something going on. But when you left, dear one, all of what they got going on is going to shit. And they feel like the only way they can get back on top is to get you. And they don't care how they get it. They don't care if they have to bring you down. They don't care if you half dead, as long as they have attachment to you. This person is weird. And I'm also hearing very, very dangerous. I'm hearing high alert. Okay? You need to stay away from this person. And many of you guys, where this person is trolling you online, many of you guys, you need to get the authorities involved. Okay? You need to, try to find a way to just erect a different type of social media, throw this person off. This got to be a situation where this person is got to be out of sight, out of mind, because as long as they know you breathing, as long as they see you, as long as they see evidence of you moving on with your life, you being happy or whatever you doing, this is enough to keep fueling them to not stop, because they got nostalgia. They got wishful thinking that, they can lure you, trap you, bring you back into their life. Okay. Yeah, some of you guys, you may have talked to this person or befriended this person that you didn't know was a troll. This might have been, a mercy date. This might have been a sympathy date. That person wasn't even your type, but you just decided to go on that dinner date with them. And that's all they needed was that open door. So now they feel as though, well, you did it one time, you could do it again. Yeah, certain people, dear one, it's like you never should eat. Certain people, you shouldn't even look them in the eye. Certain people, they so goddamn wicked and diabolical, you shouldn't even say hello to them, okay? You shouldn't even shake their hand. Something's wrong with them. They're demonic. Yeah, you shouldn't have no type of attachment with certain people like this. It's like as soon as you make eye contact, it's gonna go bad. As soon as you talk to this person, hold a conversation, say hi to this person, respond to this person, email, DM, call, go on a coffee date with this person. You had one damn cup of coffee with this motherfucker, and now you can't get rid of him or her. Some people, you don't even need to look that way. You just need to, if you see that the energy just says go the other way. The energy just said make a U-turn. This motherfucker is ill. Okay, the energy just says, oh shit, I was about to go into the bank. I see this person. Let me just turn right back around. I'll go to the bank tomorrow. Never mind. Or you know what? I wanted some wings. Really wanted that salad from Panera. But you know what? I just go to another place. Let me just hurry up and get back in my car. God damn. Some of y'all is giving this type of energy where certain people, they're so diabolical. They're such a problem. They're such a nuisance that it's like, many of you guys would be cursing the day that you ever saw this motherfucker. Cursing the day that you said hi. Cursing the day that you accepted their friend request on Fake-a-Book. Okay? That's what it's giving here. Okay? Yeah, y'all gonna need some reinforcements. Y'all gonna need some reinforcements. Y'all gonna need some help. Okay? Because this person, they got a support system. They got people that's helping them with rituals. They got people that's helping them, that's a pick-me, that's hungry and thirsty like them, that's gunning for you. Yeah, they got help. They got help with people that's trying to, clip your wings, okay? Yeah, they got help with people that think if they wear you out, wear you down, you gonna come back, okay? I'm hearing, baby, come back. Dun, dun, dun. You can blame it all on me. I was wrong, but I cannot live without you. Yes, the fuck you can. Get your ass away from me, crazy motherfucker. Come through, spirit. That's for those of you guys who chose pile 1 now. I'm going to give you some signs, and then we're going to move on to pile 2, okay? Thank you, spirit. For those of you guys who chose pile 1, you or they, this social media troll is one particular energy that's very, very prevalent. Like it's like one person, one troll. They may have help. They may have, a bunch of flying monkeys, but it's one particular head honcho, the one weirdo here that is bothering you guys, that's showing up in your social media. Whether they got 2 troll accounts. Hell, some of them, they so batshit crazy, dear one, you'd be surprised. They got 13 or more social media troll accounts just for you. They got a whole, thank you, spirit, they got a whole burner phone dedicated just to you. And if you was to see that burner phone, it would just make your skin crawl. All of the pictures they got of you, all of the clip arts, the downloads they got of you, downloading your shit, all of the posts that they screenshot. It's weird. It's giving shrine. Okay, I'm going to get up off of them. They weird, okay? Let me get out some signs. For those of you guys where this message most resonates, you or they, dear one, could very well be a Taurus, Pisces, Gemini, Aries, Scorpio, Leo, Libra, Cancer, Virgo, and Sagittarius. Thank you, Spirit. I'm also hearing Aries rising, Virgo moon, Sagittarius rising, and Sagittarius moon, Gemini moon. Thank you, Spirit. I just heard the name Leah, too. Leah, Kia, Tamika, Shay Shay, Donovan, Eric, Joseph, Chuck, Terry, James, Alice, Alicia, Deja. I just heard, I love you, Deja. Yeah, that could mean something to somebody. Okay? Yeah. These are some names there, one that popped out in the ethers. Could be you or somebody that you know. Okay? All right. That's for those of you guys who chose pile 1. Ooh, I'm going to have to take a nice spiritual bath after this, y'all. Good Lord. Okay? Now, let's move on. For those of you guys who chose pile 2, okay? And you want to know, okay, who are you? I'm going to give you guys a little bit of what I'm seeing in the ethers as far as who you are, for those of you guys who chose pile 2, but also, why your particular troll, dear one, why they are so obsessed with you, okay? So again, we have wise one, grow within your current situation. Wise one, grow within your current situation. Yeah. Now let's talk about you, dear one. So I'm hearing from spirit, dear one. You guys are the type of person where, you are way more wiser than your years. Okay. A lot of people might be like, damn, this person has an old soul. Okay. Also, I'm hearing from spirit, you guys can look young. Okay. More younger than your age chronologically. Okay. So a lot of people, based on that, they would try to play on your top and, treat you like, you're a child, and then you have to check a bitch and let them know, hey, I'm grown. You better watch your fucking mouth. Okay. Before I punch you in it. Okay. Yeah. So you guys may have always had people, based on the way you look, based on your physical aesthetic, people have always, kind of underestimated you in terms of your intelligence, or in terms of, your level of maturity, okay? Or your, what your street smarts, your street savvy. People may have looked at you guys, and just because, you may have a baby face or whatever, they may think that, they can get over on you, okay? So you guys have had to check people a lot, throughout your days, and let people know that, you're not what they think you are, and they need to come again and come correct, okay? So that's a little bit about you guys, okay? Also, dear one, wise one means witch, okay? That's really what the definition of wise one is, okay? For those of you guys who chose pile 2, okay? Whether you are divine feminine or divine masculine, you guys may be into the craft, okay? You could have been, born into it, not sworn into it, okay? Which means that, some of you guys, you have a background where you have ancestors that, could be medicine men, medicine women, shamans, okay? Witches, wizards, high priestesses, E5, Santeria, Ibu, Yoruba, that's coming through, Babalawas, some of this and some of that, okay? That's you, dear one. Also, dear one, people have always been very intimidated by your intelligence. They have always been very intimidated by, you speaking your mind, because I'm hearing from spirit that ever since you guys were young, dear one, you have always been the one that would call out the pink elephant in the room, okay? And, a lot of people, they couldn't do their dirt around you, or a lot of people, they felt like too seen around you, like you could really pierce through a person's soul by just looking at them. So, you could be the type of person, dear one, where when you grow up, a lot of people try to shut you up. Shut up when grown folks talking, this don't concern you, or always trying to, make you feel stupid when you was the smartest one in the pack, the smartest one in the bunch. But they would always try to debate you, try to make you doubt yourself, try to make you doubt your perception, because they have always been very threatened by your intuitive abilities, the fact that you are a wise one. You see beyond the realm, you see beyond the veil, you see beyond the illusions, okay? Someone could walk up to you and say, hey, good morning, but they might smile, but you can see beneath that smile and say, this person can't be trusted. This person don't even like me. This person is envious of me. You read energy, you read body language, you can read the tone of a person's voice, okay? Yeah, people are intimidated by that because they feel like, well, damn, I don't want to be seen. I want to be cloaked. I want to be hidden, because for those of you guys where, there's people around you that operate in deception, they always have an issue with you. They're always gunning with you because you can see right through their ass, okay? So for those of you guys who chose pile 2, that's a little bit about you. Also, you guys could really love animals, okay? Where maybe perhaps, you could be an animal mommy like your girl Sage, You could have a bird, a parakeet, a cat, a hamster, a rabbit, a dog, a cat, whatever the case may be. You could even like exotic animals. You could like snakes and, frogs, okay? Gerbils, hamsters, okay? Turtles, things of that nature. Okay. Also, you guys, if you don't, perhaps, if you're not into animals, animals love you. You may have, birds coming on your little windowsill, peeking in the window, seeing what you're doing. Squirrels might be playing around you guys a lot. You may have had, when you were younger, butterflies would just land on your finger, or on your head, Yeah, you guys have always had, like animals attracted to your lights, okay? Even from the time when you were a young babe, okay? Stray cats, dogs may walk up to you, or, people that, they have pets. Say, for example, you in the park chilling, minding your business, out of the blue, you might have a person jogging with his or her dog, and the dog would just stop and make a beeline straight for you. And then the person would be like, oh my God, I've never seen, Roro do this. Rover, sit down, stop that, come away from her. It's like, animals love you. They see you, they see your energy. You guys also could have babies. Babies might love you. You could be a mommy yourself, or a father, or maybe not. But it's like, you can be, in a store, in line, waiting to get something. And it's like a child could look dead at you, dead in your eyes, looking right through your soul. they can't take their eyes off you. And then they might be googly eyeing you, making faces, making, googly noises. And then the mother turn around and say, what the hell, what's going on? And she look at the baby and look at you, and she just smile and just kind of turn around like, wow, what? My child never does that, but it's like, you guys have this type of energy on you. So for those of you guys who chose pile 2, that's a little bit, about you, okay? Also, you guys, I'm hearing, you know how to turn lemons into lemonade, okay? You guys have been through a lot, okay? You've had to get it out the mud. But, whereas other people, dear one, that may have, they couldn't have gone through half the things that you went through, and, they still down for the count, they still, walking around, feeling defeated with a chip on their shoulders, thinking that everybody owed them something, and now, they want to make everybody else miserable because they're miserable. You're the exact opposite, dear one. You will definitely make a liar out of people. You will use your hardships as a challenge, okay? You would turn your pain into purpose, okay? And people will be sitting back in the cut looking at you like, damn, how did she do it? How did he do it? How did Collective get out of that situation? I just knew that was going to take them out, okay? But you guys are wise. You're wise beyond your years. You have help. You're spiritually protected. Now, you may not have, a deep entourage of, 10 deep or that you can call on to help you out, to, help you out of a bind, to, host a party. You may not have all of that. But in the spiritual, you guys are very, very spiritually protected, and you have an army of people. You have an army of ancestors. You have an army of, guardian and warring angels that got your back, okay, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. They got your back, your front, and all sides covered, baby. You good to go, okay? So that's a little bit of the tea, dear one, in terms of who are you. Now, let's get into, why this particular social media troll, or for those of you guys, if you're dealing with a group and it's more than one person, that don't have 50 goddamn troll accounts, is more than one. They don't know each other, or perhaps the trolls do know each other, but you got, more than one, whatever the case may be. For those of you guys who chose pile 2, dear one, you guys have a troll, a social media troll, or social media trolls, dear one, that is obsessed with you because, I'm hearing that they're very jealous of your work ethic. They're very jealous of the fact that you have overcome, the fact that you're an overcomer. It's like, this person, when they look at you, dear one, they feel less than. They feel insecure. They feel insignificant. Again, with that poverty mentality, they feel as though the only way that they can rise or be successful is if they can undermine you in some way, sabotage you in some way so that, they could cause you to fail, because they feel as though it's not enough, it's not enough attention for the both of us. One of us got to go down. It's got to you, okay? I'm coming for you, It's not enough money to be made online. It's not enough, this or that, okay? It can only be me, bitch, so you got to go down, okay? It's giving that. So it's like someone, dear one, they're very, very, they feel threatened and they feel insecure when comparing themselves to you based on your intellect, based on your talent, okay? Also, dear one, it has something to do with, you guys have been in situations where, it seems like in the 11th hour, just when people think that you're going to give up, or just when they think you're going to fail or something is going to happen, you turn that thing around. And it pisses people off because it's like they look at you like, God damn, how does she still get back up? How did he still get back? I'm so tired of this hoe. We need to do this. We need to do that, okay? People have always tried to sabotage you. And particularly for you guys who have these goofy ass social media trolls, they're always doing something, dear one, to try to hold you back, to try to, block your forward movement in some way, shape, or form. But you always seem to come up and come out of that thing, okay? Maybe they think that this time, you're going to give up on your social media. And so you might take a break. You might say, you know what, I'm tired of these motherfuckers. I need to take a break. I'm going to get off this social media for a while. And, I'm going to just have a breather. I might come back on in 2 weeks. Or, I'll work on another channel and still hold on to this one. Or, I'm going to go on over to TikTok and post over there, or post on X, and then, take a little breather, then come back. At that time, dear one, when you taking a breather, these motherfuckers, they partying hard. They partying too soon. They laughing too soon. They think they done won. They think they done defeated you. Well, 2 weeks may have passed. A month may have passed. And they like, yeah, she ain't coming back. He ain't coming back. We did it, y'all. Yeah, bro, we did that shit. Fuck this bitch. You don't need to be on the social media, Now I could get the clients. Now I could get the customers. Yo, raggedy ass. You still ain't gonna get them. You still ain't got the sauce to be the boss hoe, okay? But then, you guys will come back. And as soon as you come back, you got your rest, you stronger than ever, you posted more than you ever posted before. And they like, oh, man, god damn. Why won't they just sit down? They get on my nerves. This is you guys, okay? So you guys are the ones, dear one. Spirit is saying, for those of you guys who chose pile 2, Spirit says, dear one, don't give up. Don't stop, okay? Spirit says, don't believe in the smoke and mirrors. There's an optical illusion where it may appear as though, you don't have nobody watching you. You don't have the following. You're not getting the praises like you should be getting. Spirit says it's an illusion. That's really not the case, okay? And if you don't stop, if you don't quit, you're going to see the optical illusion fade, okay? You're going to look beyond the mirror and say, this was a manipulation, okay? It could have been a manipulation on your channel. It could have been a manipulation on you, on your mind, to get you to slow down, to procrastinate, to quit, okay? Motherfuckers throwing, janky juju, making you tired, making you procrastinate, making you want to sleep and take a nap when you're supposed to be on your business posting and doing this and doing that, and, getting your clients online or doing whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing, that's energy. That's not you. That's energy manipulation. That's not you. Shake it off and keep on going, okay? That's for those of you guys who chose pile 2, okay? Now, dear one, let's get into, these jankies, okay? What's the tea on them? What's going on in their personal life, financial life, family life, whatever? What type of struggles they got going on that make them so goddamn miserable that they want to come at you, dear one, okay? Let's tap in. All right, now y'all know I can't shuffle when all of these cards just falling. I'm hearing they falling. Yeah, I'm hearing 15 minutes of fame is up, okay? So they're miserable, dear one, because as they see you climbing, they're on the decline, okay? Yeah, that's why they're taking your success and everything that you're doing. They're taking it personal, okay? We have the energy and the message, dear one, move. You have a social media troll, or social media trolls, plural, dear one. And, they're pissed off because, you could have stability, security in your life. You have some type of solid foundation. For some of you guys, it may not even be, to the level or degree that you want it now, but it sure is a whole hell of a lot better than this person. And, it's a whole lot better than where you were before. So whereas you have gained some type of stability and security in your life in some way, shape, or form, dear one, whoever this social media troll is, or trolls, they're finding themselves, I'm hearing like hobo. They're having to constantly move, okay? This person may have recently gotten put out, may have gotten evicted. They could have had a family member put them out, okay? A baby mother or a baby father put them out, and they're miserable. This person could currently be homeless, and they're trying to make you homeless, okay? Everything is for a show. Now, they could be on social media pretending as though, they got this nice little, condo downtown. They got this, they got that. They was able to rent their Airbnb for a couple of days, but, they gonna have to move, okay? So it's like it's giving hobo. It's giving I have to move around. It's giving I have no stability. I have no place to rest and really lay my head. So because of that, dear one, they're constantly gunning for you because they know that hell, it's got to feel good to wake up with a roof over your head. It's got to feel good, dear one, and not have any type of anxiety worrying about if you're gonna get put out and be out in the sun or out in your car, okay, or out in the snow, whatever the case may be. So there's something, dear one, that you're doing online where this person has been pocket watching, and they're seeing that, part of what you're doing, dear one, online is making it possible for you to have security and stability. Whereas this person, they're dealing with some type of lack and they have to move. They're constantly on the run. They're constantly on the go, okay? They have no sense of security, no sense of stability, okay? Yeah, also, dear one, you guys could be dealing with a troll now, social media troll. And they hate the fact that, maybe you on the up and up. You ain't got no trouble with the law, You ain't been doing no janky shit, no strange things for change. But this social media troll has, okay? So, they're constantly on the move, dear one, because I'm hearing from spirit, one of these particular trolls, they got people watching them. I'm hearing feds. I'm hearing they could be under surveillance. They could have the police watching them, where they have to keep constantly moving. They're trying to constantly cover their tracks, okay? Yeah. And so the only thing they can do is be online and be a goddamn troll and a lurker and a hater because their life is turned upside down, okay, is what I'm hearing from spirit. Also, dear one, this person could be upset because you yourself in order to, have now gained your stability and security, dear one, you could have moved. Did you move, collective? Did you recently move? Did you get out of harm's way? Did you dodge a bullet? Did you get away from this janky, raggedy, goofy motherfucker, this social media troll here? Something about move that's very, very triggering to this person. So you moved away. You moved out of harm's way. You moved away from their grip, their control, dear one. And now you have security and stability. Okay? Come through, spirit. Also, you guys, I'm hearing on the move, okay? You guys could be the type of person where now, you got steady traction. You're doing something and, it's giving you movement. It's giving you forward progression. Whereas before, you may have felt stuck, stagnant, like, damn, why isn't this working? Why isn't this moving? But see, now I'm hearing you're making money moves. You're making power moves, okay? Hold on, you guys. Let me get a sip. Thank you, Spirit. I'm hearing, something that you guys are doing, where this person, this social media troll, they feel stuck. They feel like no matter what they try to do, it's not working. But they see, dear one, whatever you're doing, is working for you, and they hate that. So they're trying to block and stop your movement, okay? But a lot of it has something to do with the fact that they're constantly on the run. They're constantly on the move. And you're stable now. You're secure now. They hate that. So they're literally trying to troll you, dear one, because they want you to feel anxious, nervous, like there's no place safe. I'm hearing no place like home. They want you to feel like, there's nowhere for you to run, nowhere to turn. You can't be safe. You can't be still. You can't rest. It's always something coming at you. You got to look over your shoulders. You got to sleep with your eyes open. This is what they want, because deep down inside, dear one, this is what they're going through. Yeah. And this is how they want to make you feel. They're trying to project. Heavy projection here with this weird ass weirdo here that's a goofy ass social media troll. Goofy motherfucker. All right, dear one, let's get some more tea here, okay? Yeah. The next message we have, you guys, is new doors of opportunities are open to you, dear one. Yeah, you have a social media troll, dear one. They hating and jealous because the more that they be online watching you, the more that they see that you're leveling up, you're bossing up, and it's not a damn thing they can do about it, even though they try really hard to stop and block it, okay? The rumors aren't working no more like they used to. The smear campaign isn't working no more like it used to. Their attempts to try to alienate and isolate you away from friends, supporters, customers, clients, a family, a lover, whatever the case may be, your own children, if you're a mommy or a father, whatever it is that you got going on in your life that signifies stability, security, happiness, peace, foundation, movement. This person's, they're pissed off that you have it, dear one, and they don't, okay? So they're pocket watching. They see that there's new doors of opportunities open for you, but it's not open for them, dear one. They got a lot going on, okay? This person, they have no stability. They got to keep moving. So they ain't got no real job. They ain't really got nothing going on, They ain't got nothing that they can really call home or a foundation. Some of them, they single and miserable and wretched. That's why they looking at you, okay? Everything that symbolizes, peace and stability and foundation, they don't have it. And so they're trying to, close these situations for you so that you can be miserable just like them, dear one. This is what I'm hearing from spirit, They feel as though, a lot of them feel as though, their time is up, They feel as though they're never going to have those opportunities like you have them, perhaps because of their age, or perhaps, they don't have the type of intellect or education or certification or, business savvy or whatever it is, They feel as though, you have a one-up on them. There's a lot of opportunities that you guys have for you that they don't have, okay, because they just don't qualify. And so they piss. This is the one of the main reasons why they're coming for you, because they jealous that you got opportunities, dear one, that they don't have, and they're trying to ruin your opportunities for you. Yeah, they don't want you to have, options and choices. They don't want that because they ain't got it. They might have fucked up their life. So now they want your life to be fucked up too. The devil is a lie. Come through, spirit. We also have the message, records convos or conversations without your permission, dear one. So this person, dear one, whoever this person is, okay, now whether you have known this person, met this person in real life, or whether this person is just, some goddamn ghost or troll online, dear one. I'm hearing from spirit, they record you without your permission. So, you guys could be, have a podcast, or, you're doing your social media live streams, your videos or whatever, this person records you without your permission, and then they'll try to some dumbass AI bullshit and try to twist it around. Try to make it look like you said something you didn't say, or you did something that you didn't do, or you look a certain way that ain't you, that ain't what you look like. But they feel as though if they can record it and manipulate it in some way, shape, or form, that they can manipulate the narrative around you and what people think about you or how people feel about you, dear one. So this person is obsessed with trying to literally change your identity. Destiny swapping, and one of the ways that they try to do that is by they feel as though they can turn a lie into the truth if they have your voice on it, if they have your face on it, if they have your merch on it or something that is attached to you, if they have that on there, if they have your phone number on it, your email on it, whatever that they're trying to do to spin this narrative to try to warp your identity and how you really are. And they do it, dear one, by, recording conversations without your permission, and then they do some janky ass, what they call that, photoshopping and AI, this and that, trying to switch up and change shit, alter, do voiceovers and shit. This person is goofy. Now they got a whole lot of time on their hands to do this, but they can't find a fucking job. But they can't do anything, righteous. They can't make an honest living. But they're so busy trying to, do things on the low, do things that is very, low vibrational and toxic. I also just heard, dark web. This person stays on the dark web, dear one. Oh, come through spirit for one of you guys. Trigger warning. This person could have recorded you, a video of you, a photo of you, snapshot, thumbnail of you, video of you, screenshot of you, audio of you, and they got that shit on the dark web now. That's for somebody. That's not for everybody, but that came through strong, okay? Yeah. This is what's going on with these miserable ass people. What's going on, behind the scenes, okay? Next message we have is Christian. Dear one, this person, what's going on in their life? Somebody that was religious hurt them. Somebody that was religious abused them. Okay, and now it's like they out for blood, but it's like they want to project, their hatred onto you. Like, say for example, their mother abused them, or their aunt or somebody abused them, dear one. Now, they ain't big and bold enough to step to their aunt or step to their mother or whatever the case may be. But it's like they'll use you as target practice. They'll use you as, some type of punching bag to take out all of their hate, all of their rage, dear one, out on you for what somebody else that you ain't had nothing to do with. So for what somebody else did to them, they want to take it out on you. And I'm hearing a lot of it, dear one, has something to do with religion. They have had some type of people in their life, authority figures in their life, okay? People that, I'm hearing church hurt, I'm hearing religious abuse, I'm hearing hiding behind religion, hiding abuse and trauma behind religion. This person, whoever they are, dear one, this goofy ass troll here, they have been abused physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, by someone that has some type of perceived authority. And rather than get help for that, rather than get therapy for that, dear one, they want to use you as the black sheep, as the scapegoat, to take all of their hatred and rage out on that they feel for this particular person, this original person that abused them, dear one. They want to take it out on you instead, okay? So it's also giving mommy issues. It's giving like some weird ass mama's bitch that was, tormented and abused by his own mama. But since he's so scared that he can't, check his mama and, stand toe to toe and square up and let, her know that he not going to accept abuse more, or to just simply leave, go no contact and heal and get help. He want to take all of the rage that he hates, the fact that he hate his mama, or the fact that he hate women, or the fact that he hate people that reminds him of someone that, is religious or spiritual, something that reminds him of a trauma. It's like a trigger, dear one, something about you. This person wants to project all of his hatred feels for his mama or her mama, or or father, reverse it or flip it, okay? Or someone that abused them, that was in a position of power, as a religious person, a pastor, a preacher, a deacon, whether they was in the family or outside of the family, and they want to project all of that hatred onto you, dear one. This is why they gunning for you. This person is sick. They really need some help. But they think, dear one, they could quote unquote exorcise their demons by taking out all of their hatred, all of their rage out on you, okay? And you didn't come here to be nobody's goddamn scapegoat, okay? Nobody's goddamn emotional punching bag. This motherfucker is ill, okay? They're weird, okay? And this is one of the motivations, dear one, of why they're trolling you, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. Also, dear one, for some of you guys, this could be a family member that hides behind Christianity, okay? That, they want to throw the Bible at you, or, they got that whole religious hypocrisy. Do as I say, not as I do. Or they'll make every excuse in the book, to try to make it look good to family or to people in the church or to people in the community that, respects them, to make it seem like they're justified in treating you with disrespect and abuse. They'll call you everything. They'll call you a devil. They'll say, you got the devil in you. They need to, pray it out of you. They need to do this and do that, But meanwhile, the biggest motherfucking devil is the one that's talking about you, the one that's trolling you. And for some of you guys, this could be an old bitch. This could be a so-called elder, but, they deserve no respect. Because as my Nana used to say, may she rest in peace in paradise, the only thing worse than a fool is an old one. So some of y'all, come through, Spirit. Some of y'all, you got a social media troll. This bitch is old. She need to be playing bingo. Or he. They need to be having their own life, minding their own business, crocheting, They need to, be working on the damn sewing machine, They need to be in the kitchen trying to learn how to bake bread or biscuits or something. They need to be doing something, but they definitely don't need to be online trolling your ass, okay? So this is, somebody, dear one, that, the older that they got, the more narcissistic, the more wicked that they have become. Now, maybe back in the day, dear one, when they was young and viral, they used to be going upside your head and abusing you and hitting you and beating you. But now they too old. They can't do that. If they try to haul off and slap you, dear one, they might throw out their fucking hip, okay? So they can't do that. But, they'll try to troll you. They'll get other people to do their bidding, because they think they're so wise and they think they know what's better for you than you know about yourself. And it's like they literally try to punish you when you don't do what they want you to do, when you don't live the way they want you to live, or when you won't come back to them, dear one, and allow them to abuse you up close and personal. So now they want to be a goddamn troll and they want to be a nuisance and a problem in your life from a distance. That's, the energy that I'm picking up on for those of you guys who chose pile 2. So this could also be a family member. This could also be someone that, is an elder. So should know better based on their age. But they just an old fool. They old and stupid. Okay, they gonna die old and stupid because they haven't learned, and they think they have a right to treat you any kind of way, especially if this is a parent. They feel like you a possession. I made you. I could do whatever the hell I want. I can do whatever the hell I want. No, the fuck you can't. Okay, somebody's mama about to get sat down. Okay, that's for somebody. Come through, Spirit. Oh, check this out, y'all. We got another message here on the topic of troll. Fancy that, okay? The next message is, public figure is a secret troll. Yeah, some of you guys who chose pile 2 now, some of y'all, your troll is someone that's a public figure. Someone that is in a similar niche industry or field as you. Music industry, podcasting, communication, something where, whatever you do online, this is helping you to, get your business out there, to push, to get your talents out there or something of the sort. And some of you guys this is a public figure that's trolling your ass, okay? With a group of people or by him or herself, okay? Yeah, this is a weirdo here, fucking with you, okay? Let's find out why they messing with you. Let's see if we get a little bit more tea. Spirit, why is this public figure who is a secret troll, why are they trolling my collective, okay? We got travel in reverse, y'all. travel. It was in reverse. I'm hearing from spirit because they're not going nowhere. They stuck, they stagnant. And dear one, you're going places, okay? So this could be someone, again, they see you as up and coming, up and rising. And this person, their 15 minutes of fame is up. Whatever they done, dear one, they ain't gonna do it no more, okay? Ain't nobody gonna be checking for them no more like they used to, okay? I'm hearing this could be like a one-hit wonder or something like that, dear one. And you got something going on, you got eyes on you. You could be underground, but steadily you're picking up pace, okay? This person see you going places and they stuck. And so they're trying to stop you. They're trying to block you, dear one. They want to close doors of opportunity for you. They don't want nobody looking at you and helping you get a deal, helping you, get a contract, okay? Working and collabing with you. Because they stuck, because they not going places, dear one, and you are, okay? That is the motivational factor for some of you guys who chose pile 2, where you have a public figure that's your goddamn troll, okay? This is why. You going places, dear one, and they not, okay? Travel in reverse. They ain't going nowhere, okay? The train is not coming out of the station, okay? The plane is not taking off the runway, okay? Stalemate. They're stuck. They ain't going nowhere. Come through, Spirit. I'm going to give you guys a few more cards, okay? Spirit want me to pick from this deck now. What's the tea, y'all, on your goofy social media trolls, okay? For those of you guys who chose pile 2, okay? Oh, come through, Spirit. We have the message, you guys, coming from the oracle card, anger, yeah. You got a social media troll, dear one. They're trolling you because they're angry. They're trolling you because, they see that you guys have eyes on you, okay? You guys have some type of influence. People have turned away from this person and they're looking at you. It's like they've taken your success, dear one, whatever you're doing. They've taken that very personal. They literally feel like, you're taking money out of their pockets and food out of their mouth, okay? This is how they're looking at you, dear one. So I don't know, is this somebody that y'all know that y'all used to work with? Did you used to collab with this person? Did you guys used to be in the same circles? Did you guys used to run into each other when you were going on auditions together? And this person, dear one, they might have poo-pooed and laughed at you thinking that you would never make it. They might have been on top at the time, okay? They had people checking for them. They had deals. They had opportunities. But, now, what they got going on has fizzled out. And now as they have fizzled out, dear one, you're coming out on top. You're making momentum. And this everyone, they're like saying to themselves, I knew her, I knew him back in the day when they were still struggling. And now, they rising and, I can't get nothing off the ground. Who does this bitch think they are? Who does this mofo think they are? So they trolling you, dear one, because they're angry. They see you as a threat. They take your success very, very personally. Okay, that's the message that's coming through, dear. Also, dear one, I'm hearing from Spirit, this is a hate watcher here. The more they watch you, the more they get pissed off. This is someone, dear one, they'll literally try to do, black magic on you. They'll literally try to, call in and false report your channel because they want to shadow ban you. They want to get your channel deleted, okay? Yeah, they don't want you to be seen, dear one. They don't want you to be heard, okay? Yeah, you making all of, those beautiful songs or, rap songs, those lyrics, those poems, whatever it is that you're doing, you're making your own beats, okay? You're making your own songs, on social media. You on Spotify, you on this and that, okay? You on the YouTube, you getting traction, people looking at you. And this person hates that because, see, they remember back in the day how they felt when they was on top. And see, they treated everybody around them, particularly you, dear one, I'm hearing from Spirit. This person, this social media troll, this is personal for somebody. Come through, Spirit. This is like someone, dear one, you guys may have been both grinding at the same level at the same time in the same niche or field. But for whatever reason, dear one, your career or your pursuit was put on pause. Maybe you had a baby, or maybe you had to just get a job because it was coming in too slow. Or maybe, dear one, you wasn't willing to do strange things for change like this person was and did, okay? And so for whatever reason, you had to make a U-turn. You had to go down a different route and circle back around to your career, whatever it is that you're doing. You had to circle back around to that to, such a time as now. And this person, dear one, they thought that, they had beat you. They thought that, they made it and you didn't. Now, they had always been kind of watching you, dear one, but they were never watching you to help you, to support you. This person could have even lied and said, I'm going to put you on when I get on. When I get hate on, I'm going to put you on. Lies, dear one. If they would have had anything to do with you, it would have been them shelving you so that you wouldn't have been able to get, popped out and for people to see you. Because this person, dear one, they have always been very threatened by you, very threatened of your talent. Also, for some of you guys, threatened of your beauty. You look good. This person, dear one, they comparing themselves to you in terms of how you look, and they feel like they're coming up short, so they're angry. So they evil eye you, dear one, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. This is one of the motivational factors, dear one, why, they're so obsessed with you and why they're gunning for you, dear one. This is what's going on behind the scenes. They're angry, and they feel as though you are an easy target in some way, shape, or form. And this is why they're coming for you, dear one, is what I'm hearing from Spirit, okay? I'm going to pull one more card, and then you guys, I'm going to turn it loose, and I'm going to also say hi to the chat, to as many of you guys as I can, okay? I know I've been on here for a long time, okay? So I'm not even going to look at the timer just yet, okay? But, I want to say to those of you guys, personal readings are still currently available, okay? Just to let you guys know that your girl is here when you need me. And if you would like a personal reading, all you have to do is email me at WizdomandSage@gmail.com, okay? That's WIZDOM and sage@gmail.com. And then write personal reading in the subject line to get the party started, okay? Also, if you guys want to check out my readings and the prices, okay, the link to my website is in my bio, okay? Yeah, also, all of the information and deets is in the description box, okay? All right, so now one last message for you guys, okay? What's the tea with goofy social media trolls? What's going on in their life? They so goddamn miserable, now they trying to project it onto you, okay? Come through, Spirit. Yeah, we have cutting ties. Some of y'all know these trolls here. We have cutting ties, freedom, standing up, awaken. Yeah, come through, Spirit. Some of you guys, Spirit says, you know who these trolls are. You may have an intuitive nudging. Spirit might have told you, this person behind this account, Roger54X, that's your raggedy ass brother, that's your raggedy ass mother or aunt or father or your ex, okay? Yeah, that's that weird ass girl that you stop talking to, stop being her friend or stop being his friend. Spirit says a lot of you guys, even though, they're not showing their face on the troll accounts or their real name, Spirit is like you're able to pick up on the energy of these trolls, who they are, by what they say, or just the energy that ruminates off of them, because a lot of you guys are, you're highly intuitive. So Spirit is saying, some of you guys, you have that clue, you got that hint of who these motherfuckers really are, okay? But yeah, dear one, you got a goofy social media troll or trolls, dear one. And, the reason why they gunning for you is because they're so miserable, dear one, that you cut ties with their raggedy asses, okay? And you got your freedom, okay? You stood up for yourself. You went no contact. Some of you guys, you may have divorced this person, separated from this person, okay? You stopped being this person's friend, okay? You quit that job, okay? So now you no longer have to, deal with that certain group of people, okay? Or you moved out of that raggedy ass neighborhood. Now these people can't be all up in your business, okay? I'm also hearing gang stalking. So in some way, shape, or form, dear one, you got a social media troll or trolls here, a group of them. I'm hearing like pack of wolves, and they're pissed off, dear one, that they don't have access to you up close and personal, that you've made some type of disconnect. You embarrassed them, you hurt their ego, you let them know, dear one, that you don't want to be bothered with them, and there'll never be another do-over, a reconcile. You not coming back. You don't give a fuck about their fake ass forgiveness, okay? Or their apologies. You don't care. You cut ties. You don't want to be bothered, okay? Yeah, and they hate that. They don't like that. They can't accept that. They can't accept, dear one, that you have moved on. They also can't accept, dear one, that you have garnered some sense of freedom and independence away from them. Now you don't have to deal with fake loyalty. Staying with these people, continuing to be in a relationship with them, even though they disrespect you every chance they get. Continue to be in a relationship with these people, even though, they talk about your ass like a dog, but then at the same time, they always got their money out, their hand out, waiting for your money, think your money is their money, or, your energy is theirs, okay? Or, they just want your attention. They just want to be distracted. They see you doing things, going places, dear one. They ain't got shit going on, not a damn thing. So, they really just got off on distracting you, causing you stress and chaos. And ever since you cut ties, it's like, everybody around them is like, Well, you was talking about this person, but you still talking about them like a dog, and this person has moved on. They haven't talked to you. They minding their own business. They doing well in life. So obviously, you was the one with the problem. You the one with the issue. You still got an issue. They're embarrassed, dear one. They're embarrassed that now people know why you left, why you cut ties with their raggedy ass in the first place. Because they're ill, because they're envious, because they're clingy, they're codependent, they feel entitled to you, they're arrogant, and then they want all of that for free, and they don't even want to respect you. They don't even want it to be an equal, balance of give and take, reciprocity. I respect you, you respect me. Nah, they want to play by different rules, by a different game. So you said, no, fuck that, okay? I'm gonna go my own way. You take your raggedy, crazy ass over there and, go play with somebody else, ho, because not your toy, okay? Because you're not going to cause me to catch a case, going upside your fucking head because you don't know how to take no for an answer, because you don't know how to stop calling me out of my name, because you don't know how to stop sabotaging me and what I got going on. I don't want to wear prison orange, ho. I don't look good in that color. So I have to come off, I got to get away from you, okay? So you cut ties from this person. Group here is giving family, is giving toxic family for a lot of you guys. For some of you guys, is giving toxic social group, okay? Yeah, you don't want to be their friend no more. You got a lot going on. They wasn't your friend in the first fucking place. They was just fake. They was nothing but really, dear one, they was just some undercover groupies, okay? They was just some goddamn stands, okay? They wanted to be you, okay? They wanted to be like you. That's why they was hanging around you, okay? Yeah, goddamn groupie. That's what they were. And when you cut ties with them, dear one, now they, left out there, thrown to the wind looking stupid. Don't nobody want to deal with them now is what I'm hearing from spirit. Once you left, dear one, a lot of you guys, you ended a cycle, not only for yourself, but for these social media trolls here. You have ended a cycle where, they will never have people look at them the same since you've left. A lot of the truth has come out in terms of how these people really are, how they're really wicked, what they did to you, how they lied on you, and nobody want to deal with these people. So they're alienated and they're isolated, dear one. They're getting their karma now. And for some of them, dear one, their greatest fear was being alone. Their greatest fear was being exposed. And they have gotten that and then some is what I'm hearing from spirit. Don't nobody want to deal with these raggedy motherfuckers, okay? Yeah. And dear one, that's your message, okay? That's the tea in terms of, what's going on with these goofy social media trolls. People look at them like, ugh, I don't want to be bothered with you. Dear one, you got these social media trolls. They try to call people. People don't return their phone calls. Yeah, they try to come over, bearing gifts, They try to come over to people's house unannounced and, hey, you want to go out to lunch? Hey, you want to do this? You want to do that? People see them. They go right back into their living room and sit down. They don't even answer the door. They don't even, they pretend like they didn't hear the doorbell ring. They don't want to be bothered with these people. These people are trouble. These people got negative energy on them. These people, they fuck up people's good luck and good mojo. Wherever they go, dear one, they cause issues. They cause disagreements. They cause fights. And people have had enough. And now that you have left, dear one, it's kind of like you blew the wool off of these people's cover, because when you were around, dear one, and all of the heat, you was taking all of the heat. Everybody else around this person, they was doing well. They was doing fine. This person was treating them good because they had you as an emotional punching bag. And a lot of times, dear one, you may have been trying to tell people that this person is weird, they're disrespecting you, they're abusive, and nobody believed them. No, that ain't Martha. Martha wouldn't do that. Martha just gave me $5,000 the other day to, as a down payment, half of the down payment for my house. She wouldn't do that. Nah, you just misunderstanding. They was making all types of excuses for this motherfucker who is your current goofy ass social media troll. But now that you have left, dear one, come through spirit. Now that you have left, people is like, well, damn, now that, collective is not taking a hit, I really see how crazy this person is, how they are a troublemaker, how they are a liar, how they just keep stirring up shit, how they say one thing and do another, how they always telling people business, they invasive, they violate people's trust and boundaries. I see how, I see what collective mean. I see why, collective cut ties and left this motherfucker. I'm gonna have to do the same thing because this bitch getting on my nerve. This motherfucker getting on my nerves. Yeah. Now they see how you feel, dear one. Now they see what it feel like to be that black sheep, that scapegoat. Because a lot of you guys, when you left, somebody took up your your spot as the new appointed black sheep, as the new appointed scapegoat, okay? And now these people looking at, a lot of other people that are around this social media troll here. This is very much so giving family. Come through. A lot of people looking at this person like, ugh, get away from me. Like you are a plague, you are a curse. I don't want to be bothered, okay? So it's like they're very repulsed by this person. And this person is pissed off at you, dear one, because they feel as though, hey, when you were around, you cloaked them, you hid them, you protected them. Their skeletons were safe in the closet as long as you were around. But now that you're gone, dear one, you took the key with you and you blasted that motherfucking closet wide open, and everybody see all of the skeletons in their closet, and they can't hide, they can't lie, okay? Yeah, now, it's time for them to, be held accountable for that. This is what's happening now, dear one. So the only access that they have to you might be online, and they trying to go hard body to, troll your ass online, okay? Just block them, dear one, and move on. Or, you can cuss them out. You can have fun with them every now and then, like your girl says. It depend on, the day. Sometimes Spirit might say, get them. And when Spirit say, get them, get in that ass, okay? And then sometimes Spirit might say, this person is so pathetic, okay? Just block them and move on. And when you get the cue to do that, then do that, okay? But yeah, dear one, they don't have access to you. I'm hearing access is denied. Okay, yeah, and this is what's going on with them, dear one. Their greatest fears of being found out that they're a liar, of being, having their skeletons in the closet, and people figuring out that they're not a nice person after all. They disrespectful, all along. Okay, yeah, they lied on collective, but really they were the liar. We're seeing the truth now. All of the things that they feared. Being alone, being exposed. This is all happening to them. Being alienated and being isolated. Having people cut ties with them. Having people that are no longer willing to be their flying monkeys to do their bidding. Okay? If they want to do some janky shit, people like, bitch, you on your own. You gonna do that on your own. You gonna get caught up in that. Not me. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I hate that, I made you made a fool out of me. All this time had me believing that, collective was this and collective was that. All along it was your janky ass. Collective wasn't doing that. Collective wasn't that type of person. They didn't do that to you. You a liar. Come through, Spirit. So, now they trolling you, dear one. They janky. And dear one, that is your tea, okay? That's the tea that you need to set you free. Even as it's standing next to this public figure here. Yeah, there's a public figure here. Somebody lied on you guys, said they knew you, said they had some type of history with you, said they helped you come up, they did this, they trying to take credit off what you got going on. And they have been exposed, dear one, as a liar. They've also been exposed as a troll, somebody that's obsessed with your ass, somebody that be hate watching your ass, giving you evil eye, dear one, because of the new opportunities that's coming into your life. And you on the move, and they ain't. They stuck, okay? Yeah, no travel, no movement for this person, okay? Yeah, and people looking at them like, ugh, this person is ill. They got issues, okay? We don't want nothing to do with this person, Yeah, they need, get away from me. Nah, I don't know you. Nah, I don't need you trying to ride off my cloud. No, don't name drop. I don't want nobody to know that I know you, partner. I don't have nothing to do with you. Something wrong with your ass, okay? Yeah, their biggest fear, dear one, has come to pass, okay? Yeah, I'm hearing, how does it feel? Yeah, come through, Spirit. Old school. How it feel, motherfucker? Yeah, now the shoe is on the other foot. You tried to isolate and alienate my collective, and now it's happening to you. Now people can't stand your ass. People don't even want to be in the same room with you. People not even returning your calls, okay? You ain't popping. You ain't got it going on. You ain't shit, okay? Now, deal with that. Now, go post that. Go troll about that, motherfucker. Yeah. Come through, Spirit. All right, y'all. I'm going to cut it loose. That's your tea that you need to set you free. I'm going to give you guys some signs, okay, of who you or this person could be, and then I'm going to turn it loose, okay? Thank you, Spirit. For those of you guys where this message most resonates, you or they, dear one, could very well be a Taurus, Pisces, Aries, Libra, Leo, Cancer, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Taurus is strong because I wanted to say it twice. Any other sign, Spirit? Gemini. Thank you, Spirit. I'm also hearing Aries rising, Scorpio moon, Gemini rising, That's all I'm hearing. Thank you, Spirit. I'm hearing names. Raheem, Valencia, Chuck, Chad, Terrence, Bobby. That could be a guy or a girl, Bobby. Xavier, Charles, Brenda, Kathy, or Kat, or Catherine. Those could be nicknames. I also heard a nickname, Juicy. Wow, this could be somebody's nickname. Portia, Tia, Spirit, Nathaniel. Nickname could also be Nate. I'm hearing, I'm in the bind, Nate. Yeah, somebody in the bind now that you left, dear one. The shoe is on the other foot now. They can't handle it. You know, they could dish it out, but they can't handle it. Fancy that. It's always a motherfucker that's dishing out some dumb, stupid shit, but they can't taste their own medicine. Yeah, they ain't got no choice now is what I'm hearing from Spirit. Leslie, Leilani, Vivica, Nicole, Ty and Kyra, and Michael. Thank you, Spirit. All right, those are some names that popped up and popped through, okay? Could be your name, could be somebody you know, could be, you know, one of these goddamn goofy ass trolls here, okay? Those are some names for you, all right? That's the T, y'all, okay? So now I'm going to take a look at the chat quickly, okay? I don't think I'm going to be able to get through all of these messages because it looked like it's a lot, okay? And I know I've been on here for a long time. Yeah, we over 2 hours, okay? And I'm feeling it too. I'm going to take a spiritual bath and smudge myself and, you know, begin on with the second phase of my day, okay? Happy Friday to everybody. I hope you guys are doing well, okay? So we have Mystique Pudia says, hello, how are you? Hey, how's it going, Mystique Pudia? I'm doing well, okay? You're asking, can I see you? Yeah, I see you. Uh-huh. All right. And then Show Me 1234 says, hey everyone, hope you have great time zones. Okay. Hi, Show Me, how are you, dear one? I'm East Coast. I don't know about anybody else. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Yeah. And then we have L. Nicole Hardy 4698 says hi. Okay. Hi, L. Nicole. How are you, sweetheart? I think I called your name now. I did call her Nicole, I believe. Okay. That could be you or somebody that you know as well. Okay. That's related to the reading for those of you guys who may have chosen pile 2. Okay. And then Samantha says, should I move on from my relationship or is it worth fighting for? Samantha, hold on to your question, dear heart, for when I begin to answer free yes or no oracle questions, okay? I'm going to be answering them very soon, okay? But also, as I let people know, I need to see you guys more in the chat, okay? I want to know that you're not just a passerby, but you're, you know, a member of the Vibe Tribe, okay? And I want to see you make those beautiful, lovely comments more often, okay? So that when I do select people to answer their question, whether you are, you know, a subby or not, if I see you a lot, dear one, I'm going to be choosing those particular people that I see, that I know that is supporting me, rather than just wanting to come in and get, you know, a free meal and belch and leave, okay? Yeah, but hold on to your question, sweetheart, okay? And then Queen the Empress, hi, okay? I'm recognizing her to be a member of the Vibe Tribe. What's up, Queen the Empress? She says, greetings, goddess. Greetings to you, love. I hope that you're doing well. Happy Friday to you, okay? And then I am Nora, 9ORA, says 50 Shades of Fucked Up. Yep, that's what they are, dear one, okay? And then you said we just jumped a timeline. Okay, very good, okay? And then you wrote a lot of very beautiful comments, okay? I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to read those at a later time once the video processes, okay? And I'm going to have a little bit more time to go back and really look at the comments. I really do enjoy looking at you guys' beautiful comments, okay? You're showing me that the readings resonate with you. You're showing me that, you know, you're getting something out of it on your spiritual journey, okay? Yeah, on your healing journey, and I love that, okay? Love to see it, okay? And then we have thankful and grateful. That's a beautiful name. You says we legally blind. Oh, you are? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, dear one. Okay. Yeah. And then we have Kia, I recognize you as well, dear one, okay? You are positioning yourself as a Vibe Tribe member. Love to see it. You said, oh my God, my name Kia, my daughter named Shay Shay. Ooh, did I call your name out, sweetheart? I don't remember. I was in the ethers, okay? But yeah, if I called out your name, Spirit wanted you to receive that, okay? So that means, okay, perk up, that there's a message in there that's for you, okay? So for you to be aware, okay? All right, and then Andrea 54 Hector has given me a lot of hundreds. Thank you, Andrea. Appreciate you, okay? And then WS Betty Boo 818. I recognize you, sweetheart. Welcome. You are positioning yourself to be a member of the Vibe Tribe. I love to see it, okay? And you said not yet, but yes, okay? You might be getting ready to move. Is that what you were responding to? Okay, very good. Yeah, you might have a troll that, you know, they hate that you're on the move or you're getting ready to move. And so, you know, you're about to be out of sight, out of mind and doing your thing, and they're still going to be stuck on stupid. Okay? Yeah. And then Jay Renee says, hi. Hi, Jay Renee. How are you? Okay. Kia says, yes, his mother is in her 80s and still trying to run her son's life. And because she can't control me, she want to do spells. Yeah, them be the main ones that do it. A lot of times y'all be thinking, oh, these elders, you know, they wouldn't hurt a fly. Bullshit. They the first ones that put your ass on the altar. Okay. You got to watch them. Yeah. You got to watch them. Don't let them slip past you now. They sneaky. And then, Jay Renee sent a gold coin for 10 jewels. Thank you, Jay Renee. I appreciate that, love. Thank you so much, okay? Amethyst 3344 says, hi. Hi, Amethyst. How are you, love? Okay. Susie Law 900 did a return. She says, return to sender. I know that's right. Return to sender immediately times 10. Yeah. Susie also said, access is denied. And I know that's right. Lillian says, hi. Hi, Lillian. How are you? Susie Law says, cult of demons. Yeah. They roll like that. They do that type of thing. And they're also big liars. Yes, they are. And then Kia says, everyone like, share, subscribe, comment. That's right. Let them know, Kia. You know, support your girl. Okay, I'm giving y'all that tea that you need to set you free. The least you could do is drop a like for your girl. Okay. Also, you guys hype up your girl. I don't know how to do that, but you know, if y'all know how to do that, hype me up. Okay. Yeah, hype me up. And then Susie Law said GAT is that greatest of all time. Okay, yeah. And she's sending some very beautiful emojis. Appreciate that. Okay. And Kia says, everyone have a fantastic, fabulous Friday. I know that's right. And then we have John V. Singh says, hello, ma'am. Well, hi. How are you, John? How are you? You said, am I allowed to ask a question? Save your question, sweetheart, for, you know, a later time when I announce to everyone in the chat that I'm going to choose a person to answer a free yes or no oracle question, okay? Yeah. But hold on to that question. And if you're in the chat at the time when, you know, I'm answering a question, you could get your question answered, okay? All right, but good to see you, John. And I think this is the first time I may have seen you, okay? I want to see you more, love, okay? Continue to write beautiful comments in the chat and on my readings so, you know, let your girl know how the readings are resonating with you guys, okay? I know that the readings are entertaining, but the primary purpose is for the readings to help you guys, okay? To help you on your journey, to help you see the dark spots or the blind spots that, you know, you're not able to see so that, you know, you can, you know, be 10 steps ahead of, you know, your haters and people that are going out of their way to gun for you, to stop and block you when you're just trying to do your thing and mind your own business, okay? But you got people, dear one, that's constantly trying to be in your way, okay? So, yeah, you know, the purpose of me doing the reads for you guys, you know, I use tarot and channel to enlighten you guys, to empower you guys, and to expose darkness. So I want to see those very beautiful comments letting me know, you guys, how the readings are resonating with you, okay? All right. So that's that, you guys. I was able to get to all of you guys and do a shout out to you, okay? So I'm going to turn it loose, shall I say. Bid you guys farewell, okay? And I want you guys to continue to enjoy the rest of your beautiful day, evening, noon, or night. I hope you guys have a very beautiful, productive, busy, or for some of you guys, a well-rested and relaxing weekend, whatever plan, okay? I hope all your plans, go as planned this weekend, okay? Be safe, all right? And until next time, you guys, stay beautiful, stay blessed, and stay great. Peace.